Welcome, everybody. Thank you so much for your patience and joining us. It's awesome to see so many faces. For you guys who have watched us in previous campaigns or one-shots or fight clubs, thank you so much for taking the time and letting us annoy you with the pings in Discord to come down tonight and hang out with us. Thank you as well to everybody watching at home. I know we've all got family and friends we've invited for this awesome first episode of the Chronicles of Patria 2. I see 25 of you so far, but I know it's been spiking up and down. So with that, we'll go through a couple pre-show announcements before we'll jump into tonight's episode of Chronicles of Patria. So bear with me while I get through a whole bunch of thank yous, because it wasn't just myself, it wasn't just the players who got everything together. I want to make sure we take a moment to thank everybody who helped out with the show. So starting off, with our amazing community of artists. So you've already seen the logo, thanks to Costa Bach for the logo there. That little skull icon you see everywhere, channel points, things like that. That's all designed by him. He did say he would stop by tonight, so hopefully we see him. Next, you'll already see a little bit of the outline kind of right here, but there is much thanks needed for Gaia Cafiso, who did all of the Twitch and stream assets that you guys are going to see on stream. You're going to see lots of banners and name tags and things like that. So keep an eye out for that, and make sure you go follow them. You'll see their socials down below, as well as in the rotating displays. You'll see them be mentioned. Next, we can't go any further without thanking Uzi, who made the fantastic character art for all of us, including myself. You guys have been staring at that starting soon screen, and you've seen the storyteller as well, but you'll soon see the rest of the characters. There's lots to go around, so that's fantastic. Last but not least for artists, sorry, I got two more, is Evie and Falorni, who did all of the emotes that you see in Twitch and on Discord. So if you haven't already, join our Discord and see more of the emotes that are available, since Twitch only gives us a limitation. As we grow, you'll get more of them on here as well. And last but not least, the late addition is Ballerina Corgi. Fantastic name. You'll see them at the BRB screen when we go for break later on tonight. They put together some awesome panels, art renditions of previous campaign events. So if you've watched or heard or listened, take a look and see if you can name what is being depicted during our break. Moving on, we also want to take a moment to thank our amazing musicians. So Geheim Desk, who you just listened to, fantastic French hurdy-gurdy player. That instrument you were hearing is called the electric hurdy-gurdy. He's been helping us, giving us permission to use his music, so make sure you follow him on Instagram or visit his website. It's hisname.com. It'll be in chat as well. As well as you will hear throughout the show, throughout the campaign really, a wide variety of sound effects and ambience and all of that fun stuff. Take a moment to thank the Syrinscape team. They put together a huge database website that people can upload, including third-party companies, and it's all free to use on stream, so it allows us to have a little bit more atmosphere while we are playing. For thanks, we also want to thank our lore keepers. So there was a bunch of people who helped with a think tank we put together to kind of lay out and design some of the elements you're going to see in the world as you guys watch week after week. So let's give a huge round of applause to Kronos, Carmelo, MoogleLatte, Dtmahanen, Con, and Jared for all of their hard work brainstorming, putting stuff together, and really helping me fine-tune some of the ideas that our players are going to have to bear witness to over the next couple weeks. Last but not least, for thanking, we want to say thanks to our players. They'll tell you that I've put in a lot of work, but they have put in more work than any of us combined. Just the lore documents, the backstory, the descriptions given to Uzi for art, all of the fantastic things we put together over the span of 6 session zeros to make sure we were all on the same page, all had our characters ready to go. So thank you to all of you guys for your hard work getting us ready for January 9th. It is finally here. Want to take a moment, give a shout out to Shanti, who's in chat. She's been helping us keep our socials updated across over 5 social media platforms. You know, she's the one tweeting, she's the one on Instagram, she's the one on TikTok. So give her a shout out. Thank her for all of that. It's super, super awesome to see people wanting to help out our community. So let's keep that going. And last but not least, I think he's watching. I saw one of them subscribe. Everyone in chat, let's get a big happy birthday to my little brother, who is spending his birthday today, forcing my family and his and our extended family to watch Dungeons and Dragons on a Monday night. So thank you, Baji, for spending your 25th birthday with me and giving support to your brother on this awesome occasion that we are going through. With that, we are just about ready to get started. I want to thank the 41 of you now who are in chat for joining us. If you like what you're seeing, please follow us on Twitter, Twitch, retweets, all that fun stuff. Subscribe if you have Twitch Prime. I don't expect subscriptions, but I do already see a handful there. I really got to appreciate that. But let's really share it. If you got people who play D&D or might like to watch it, shoot them a link. We're at 3 Death Saves just about everywhere. So we would love to have you guys. As a reminder as well, and this schedule will be posted at the end of the night, you can watch and listen to us in different formats. So after tonight's episode, you'll be able to watch the first half of it Wednesday night on any podcast platform that you have access to, except for Apple Music, unfortunately for now, but we plan on joining them in the future. And then the second half will be on Thursday. And then on Friday, the whole video that you guys are witnessing right now will be live on YouTube again at 3 Death Saves everywhere. So if you have to leave halfway through or you fall asleep, I know some of you in chat said that you might not be able to join just because of how late it is for you. Thank you so much. But even just liking the YouTube video when it goes live means a lot. All right. With that, we are going to jump into tonight's episode of The Chronicles of Patria. Welcome to Valena. The year is 1259 PD, or post-ascension. It has been over 350 years since the Age of Heroes ended in a climax known as Mother's Mercy. Kyella, the Star Mother, struck down her own son with the help of the Valenian Knights, forever changing the Pantheon. Disappearing shortly after, the gods left behind in their wake a fractured, magicless world, one of plague and ruin. The people of Patria were forced to persevere through tyranny and strife to harden their will and survive. Even now that the gods have returned, Valenians often choose the faith of family and camaraderie over the gods. While not the only continent on Patria, Valena is the most populous. It is home to all manner of creatures ranging from humans to tieflings, dwarves to genasi. Divided by the terrain and ideals, Valena is as unique a continent as it could. Westward, you'll find the Rizog Highlands, a large swath of disputed territory currently under the occupation of the Ryacine Orc armies. Stretching from the frozen wastes of Bashir to the ruins of Dragonmoor, the Highlands are tough to explore and even more brutal to recapture, as the Onzal Kingdom would tell you. South of the Highlands, you'll find the Great Fen, a once frozen area under the magic of the White Veil. Now, you'll travel the marshpock lands of a dead forest. While this area is suited to hold secrets and treasures, few find the metal to explore. As we leave the Highlands eastward, we cross into the Jesethir Valley, controlled by the Onzal Kingdom. This valley stretches nearly entirely to their eastern coastline. The capital, Flintgate, sits on the lone mountain, now gouged by a ravine caused by the explosion of a ley line centuries before. On the valley's eastern edge is the famed Wishbone mountain range, which grasps the region now known as the Barrens into its thorny grasp. An homage to the First Republic that formed nearly 400 years prior, the Onzal Kingdom still bears the name of its first president. It operates as a modified democracy controlled by the Four Pillars and helmed by an elected king, Sir Tristane Marva. Moving northeast, we find a strip of territory governed by dwarves, gnomes, and halflings alike, the Alespian Outerlands. Operating as the continent's industrial sector, Alespia outputs more weaponry, magical technology, and ships than any other region across Patria. But, magitechnical achievement aside, the Alespians are archival and secretive, with only a few technologies being offered for trade to the Onzal Kingdom over the last 3 centuries. The ruins of the great cities of Greenhaven and Morankati are buried deep in the Sallowed Bay. The earth itself was corrupted by the betrayal of the nameless god of war. Even being struck down by Kaela herself was not enough to cleanse the land of its rot. Assumed to be uninhabitable, nobody would dare explore whatever remains of civilization in the Sallowed Bay. South of this Justithir Valley is a sprawling forest, the Vestarian Wilds. The loss of lifespan, sickness of the Fey Plague, and death of their empress led to many generations of suffering for the Vestarian elves. Most large settlements were abandoned, with the surviving elves rushing into the forest and hidden villages. The Vestarian Wilds contain thousands of these small communities of all species and cultures, but with no formal government, the alliance between humans faded. Pushing further southward, we cross into the sands of Solana. No longer held back by the eternal tree, the sands have spread in every direction, nearly doubling in size over the last quarter millennia. The desert is considered a great unknown, though rumor and prophecy suggest following the mysterious soul winds may lead you to a hidden city buried within. And finally, at the southernmost tip of the continent lies the shrinking Almaceran jungle. The capital, Leonora, lies protected by the sail-cut bluffs, but stepping outside the city, you'll face brutal jungle wildlife. Thick vines, insects as large as people, and poisonous grass are just some of the many things that will try to kill you in the Almaceran jungle. Almacera is the last bastion of elven society that retained the knowledge, culture, and tradition of the Vestarians. It quickly became a refuge for all lost, broken, and empty people. However, our story begins in the territory crushed in the grasp of the Wishbone Mountains. Known as the Barren. When the great cities of Greenhaven and Morankati, of Unarian and Krakras, fell to ruin and war, the early refugees followed the river up into the lush mountain valley to the north. Mainly human, the population was spared from the brunt of the fighting, but as if by cruel revenge faced great strife during the Quiet Age. The main ley line underneath the valley between the Wishbone Mountains was violently destroyed due to the fighting in the Heroes' War. With it gone, this land soured and cracked, dry and dusty became the once lush lands north of Greenhaven. The clean waters of Sapphire Lake that once fed the Dragon's Tongue River was poisoned by its own kin. As the ocean water began seeping up the river due to the magical destruction, Dragon's Tongue became the wrong river, and Sapphire Lake became Brock, as the sludge-like salt water from Dragon's Bay pushed northward against the natural law. Eventually, some prosperity was found, as the first gem mines opened in the mountains near the lake. The Barrens became a sanctuary for the rugged and forgotten. While technically belonging to the Onzal Kingdom, the Barrens hold themselves separate. As a result, they are often considered a lawless territory that keeps out of trouble with their overlords. In fact, with the gem mines in full operation, a peace of equal autonomy was established, with the lazy emissary of the Onzals now reporting to the mayor of Salt Creek. We magnify into the city of Salt Creek, a rough and rugged place nestled in the heart of the valley just south of Brine Lake. The town is surrounded by rolling hills, cracked dirt, and the jagged Wishbone Mountains. The pungent smell of smoke and sweat hangs in the air, the sounds of clanging hammers, whinnying horses, and raucous laughter filling our ears as we make our way down the dirt road toward the town center. The buildings in Salt Creek are a hodgepodge of styles and materials, with some structures made of rough-hewn logs, while others are constructed of stone or brick. The most prominent building in town is the Silver Elephant Saloon, a rambling 2-story structure with a sprawling veranda and a bright red door. Across the street is the general store, a low-slung building with a wide porch and a painted sign that reads Salt Creek Supply Co. Inside the saloon, we see a wide variety of characters. We see the barkeep and owner, a human man with a well-endowed beer gut, wearing a white work shirt and denim slacks, currently assisting clientele sitting at the bar. A collection of over a dozen tables, most at least partially filled, lies between you and the bar, and is where we find our first 2 adventurers. A tall humanoid wearing a wide-brimmed hat, purple and clean, sits across from a man in dark attire. Bear, if you would be so kind as to describe what you look like as you sit talking to your friend.
Well, Moss is a rather well-dressed fellow, I would surmise. He wears a very long purple coat that has tails on the end, very tall boots that match with belts that go all the way up the side, and wears a very nice collared, ruffled dress shirt that he wears a necklace and a medallion that sits on his head. Besides that, he's got long, curly, I don't know how to describe the color of his hair.
Well,
Almost like the color of beaches.
I think at this point, with everyone watching, it'd be a perfect time to show everyone what Moss looks like. As you kind of sink into Moss's description, we'll cut to here, and you can see, covering our lovely players, finally at last, Moss Moongrove. A Furbolg warlock, correct?
Oh yeah, I also have my orb. Yes, orb.
Perfect. And
I forgot my orb.
Who is sitting across from you?
Well, he's a rather dusty-looking fellow.
I'd rather you not introduce me for me.
Come on, if you'd like to go ahead and introduce yourself.
Mon is a human male. He looks pretty middle-aged. There's grays in his beard, and his hair goes down to just about his neckline. He's wearing pretty raggedy clothes. His long leather duster looks like it's seen some better days. His beard is scraggly and unkept at the moment, but you can tell it was once taken care of very proudly. He's got this scour look on his face, but he's burying it in a mug of mead currently, kind of using the black handkerchief around his neck to dab away some of the spittle every now and again. But he's sitting across from his giant friend, rhythmically tapping his fingers on the table, just viewing the other patrons of the bar.
Sure. Why don't you give me a perception check as you kind of not making active conversation with Moss at the moment, take in your surroundings in a little bit more detail.
Yeah. One moment.
First roll of the campaign, no pressure.
First roll of the campaign, absolutely no.
Lots of pressure.
An excessive
I'm
amount.
great at wisdom, guys. I'm great at wisdom. Okay, use this dice. Ooh, 17? Yeah.
17.
17 total. Well, you guys are only level 2, so I guess the 17 has to be good enough. Yeah, looking around, you do see a wide variety of people here in the saloon. Now, it is close to evening, so in the last half hour or so, it has increased in traffic quite a bit. You see Smiley, the owner, the bartender, at the counter, quite a little bit behind you, about 30 feet behind you. This bar is a long building with over a dozen tables from the entrance to the bar, which is on the far side of the building. You guys are sat somewhere in the middle. Looking around, you do see a number of interesting people. But as you're taking in your surroundings, the waitress who has been pushing drinks in your direction for the better half of the day joins up again, and you see Amira, who is the bartender, or one of the barkeeps rather. A beautiful woman in her late teens. She's about 19 or 20. We're looking for a job type thing. Long dark hair with these strong brown eyes. And she walks with a little bit of confidence, as if she knows that this job is part-time. Then she walks up to the table and listen, you've been nursing that drink for the better part of the night, and Smiley's starting to get a little ticked off. I'm gonna have to insist you either order another round or clear the table.
Wait,
please.
You mean we can't just sit here and have a conversation?
Well, you can, but in general, and she points towards the back of the door, which most people don't look like when they're walking into a building, and you see no solicitation, and then in scrawled brackets, as if added after the fact, it says, unless you're paying customers.
But I mean, we
really
did
must
pay.
insist. Yes, but that was 5 hours ago, sir. You've been really nursing those drinks.
I mean, mine's been empty, but...
Oh, let me go ahead and fill it. And before you can respond, she takes both of your mugs and runs off. As Amon, as you're kind of looking around, you follow where she walks away, and you see, the bar is, and the Salt Creek city itself, as you've been walking around, is very heavily human. There are a couple other species mixed in, but very, very human-centric city. So to see a couple of people kind of off to the side, partially covering their face, or maybe not covering their face, I'll leave that up to Aqua, if she would be one to hide herself. As you follow your gaze where Amira travels, you see Aqua. What do they see?
My gosh! So what they see, what they see is a water Ganesh, all blue. No hiding. She loves her appearance. She loves her outfit. It's like a nice foresty green, and it's got some browns, and as you can see, she has her best friend Greg the frog on her shoulder, and he's not looking the hottest because she may be drinking, but Greg, Aqua's fine, but she likes to share. Anyways, so but yeah, she has like long navy blue hair down to her like mid back, a little bit of braids, a nice little crown to like match her attitude, she's just from ear to ear smiling and just enjoying her time with her best friend.
Speaking of best friend, as you are kind of, well, actually, your passive perception is not that great, but it is somehow the tied with the highest. I'm used to you guys having such big perceptions. So with the passive perception of 16, Aqua, you immediately, while you're engaged with your person at the table here, your friend, you immediately clock this human figure over your friend's shoulder. They're at the next table over, just dead-eyeing you right now.
No.
Amon, what are you looking at?
What?
Fingers.
What?
What?
Look! Non-humans!
Don't look now, but
Let's
That guy
wave!
is a human.
Let's wave!
I'm not going to wave at random strangers.
Moss immediately.
It's probably
Just
considered
chaos. It's just another person. Calling out your name, Niall, if you would like to take a moment to describe what you look like as Amon, and now Moss, looking over their shoulder, looks at this cacophony of people, just two people enjoying their night out. But what do they see when they look at Niall?
In stark contrast to Aqua, who is smiling from ear to ear, Niall does not look incredibly happy to be where he is. He has a pretty neutral expression on his face. He has long white and red hair, a red scarf around his neck. He has pretty pale skin and bright green eyes. To match, he has a green coat and dark pants with knee pads, leather knee pads on his legs. And also, actually, you probably can't see them, never mind. There's a weird bump on the side of his jacket. Like, there's a bag there, but it looks a weird, like, not a bag shaped.
Gotcha. All right. Niall, do you look over your shoulder as well? Do you
Probably, yeah. I'm just,
yeah. You do catch
Right.
this green, very tall figure with a wide brimmed hat, just like looking over at you.
That one's not a human.
That one's not you.
No.
Amon
we
is
should go say hi.
Moss just turns around and
think we
kind of
should go
pulls
say
his
hi.
hat down.
Amon,
Sorry.
seeing that they are now looking at us, will abruptly scoot his chair out and stand up.
What are you doing?
I'm gonna say hi because you got us noticed. And Amon will slowly walk over to the
I
table.
get us noticed all the time. Why is this?
No.
And he'll
Wait,
walk over
don't
and
you
look.
go over there without me, you menace!
Now creating
and
quite
also
the
quickly-
commotion as you stand up. The rest of the patrons of the bar kind of all look in your direction just as Amira comes back and puts 2 drinks on your guys' table as you begin to kind of leave the table, or at least turn to look at your new point of interest
I'll grab
here.
my glass of wine.
I'll take the mug of mead, and as I do so, I'll grab the chair that I was sitting in and kind of drag it behind me, and walk to the table and spin it around to the back is facing the table, and I'll sit down, place my drink on the table, and go, "Howdy."
Moss will delicately set his chair next to it, very gently pull it out and take a seat properly. Hi!
Hi.
Gosh, hi.
Oh,
Is it
hi.
is it unfair to presume you are strangers to this
I guess
land?
you could
What
say
gave
that.
it away?
Oh, nothing. Just the brightness that you kind of exude. It's
Oh.
uncommon here.
Oh,
He
really?
certainly isn't familiar with it.
Oh.
We're I might not look it, but me and my friend here, we're quite not from around these parts either, and wondering maybe we could discuss what you have seen in these lands, and perhaps we could tell you what we've seen.
Well, I saw a horse, a deer, a couple
Looks
other
to Niall.
animals.
Amon turns his head and looks to Niall.
As our wandering princess Aqua is listing all of the animals she's seen in the months she's been traveling. Amira, who is just right behind you, A, waiting for you guys to pay, and B, now at at Niall and Aqua's table, again saying, "Hey, you guys need drinks?" Do you guys know each other?
No.
Well, you do now. Welcome to the Silver Elephant Saloon. That was pretty good, wasn't it? What would you guys like?
Just a light ale, please.
Right. And you, miss?
Can I have a heavy ale?
Can I get a whiskey for the table?
Coming right up and
Niall,
discards Aqua's order and goes to give that. Just like,
Wait, all right.
she's already gone. The teen barkeep is out of there. But you guys kind of scoot up together. There's enough room at these tables. They're quite large. For you guys, I will show you what it looks like in Foundry, but we'll keep it from the audience for now.
So, you're not from around here. We aren't either.
So you're looking for some sort of information exchange.
I guess so.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Where do you come from then? Is it a different part of Patria?
Yes, a very different part.
Yes. Quite different.
Any
It's also
specific
very.
place?
No, it's just kind of far away.
It's just
Um,
kind of
Me
fun.
too.
It's a little wild.
It's an island kind of off the
Mine
coast.
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
Never heard of an
Mine
island like
too.
that.
Are we from the same? Wait. I think I would recognize you. You're not from where I'm from, are you?
I think I would remember you.
Maybe.
You're kind of really hard to forget, Aqua.
Oh, Niall, you're so nice. And I go in for a big hug.
Amon kind of like leans forward onto the back of the chair and goes, I'm a bit forgetful. What was the name of the island you hail from?
Why don't you tell me yours first?
You're doing great, Aqua.
You
That
see,
was a great tactic.
You-
You
you
disarmed
see-
him.
you see Amon kind of smirks, and he goes, there. You first. I promise I'll tell you mine.
But my lord told me it was rude to ask questions unless you say it first. So, as a gentleman, you go.
I mean, she's got a
Amon,
point.
Amon looks to Moss for a second and then just kind of mutters under his breath and goes, gentlemen, I don't, okay. Tyler, real quick.
Yep.
Off the top of my head, was I ever told the island that we came from, the name of it? can't remember
The
off the top of my head.
area that you are from would have been. I'll pull it up here while you guys. It would be.
Yeah, we came about, I think, east of here. Give or
Yep.
take.
Oh, are you talking about the island when you guys came through the?
Yes.
Yeah,
with
yeah,
Pirate Lake.
That island was called the island, if you remember.
Oh.
That was literally the
We're-
name you were given
we're
for
from
it. You're
the
from
island.
the island.
I'm from the island.
Yeah, that's its actual name.
The island.
Island?
The island.
Island.
The island.
What?
Look it up on a map.
Never heard of that place.
I'm sure it's on a map.
Never heard? We don't own a map, so we can't point to it.
The
not that I
the
think
city
I would recognize
itself
it.
that you guys were in during your little adventure in the material plane was Nelburgas. Is the name of the actual city.
You ever been to a place called Nolburadas?
No,
I
alright.
said it.
I can't
No
say that I
Baradas.
have.
Well, then you have.
Maybe.
You just simply haven't been to the place that we're from.
Oh,
It's
Wait, can we go back for the island?
Yeah,
The island.
it's weird.
It's just
There's-
called the island.
Look it up on a
was-
map.
well, you can't
There's a bunch
question
of
that.
What?
Okay. And Moss leans in. There was a bunch of pirates there. They're not the best at naming things.
Pirates. All right. Well,
Hey,
We're
maybe a
not
pirate
pirates.
named a river called Wrong River.
We're not pirates.
We've been following the wrong river. It's quite interesting.
We're supposed to follow the right one.
We're supposed.
Oh.
There's a right river.
And there's a wrong one. Why is there a wrong one? There should be a right one.
Okay, wait. Are you
I think
implying that
all
there's another
rivers
river
are
that we
right
haven't heard
rivers.
about? Yeah.
This one just happens to be wrong.
Are you implying that there is another river adjacent to the wrong river going the opposite direction that we have missed?
A slightly more correct river, one would say.
Yeah.
Does it flow out to sea?
but ignoring all of that, my friend and I are trying to find
keep
this wrong
shrinking.
river that's not called the wrong river because there's a correct river, but because the water goes the wrong direction according to geography.
It's kind of hard
Yeah.
to miss. You guys not found it yet?
I'm trying to follow it.
Oh, okay.
Taking a break here
and
because we
as
need to
as a
eat.
point of order, because there's lots of lore you guys have been given over the last 6 months. The wrong river leads all the way to the city of Salt Creek, but it doesn't cut through the city. It actually goes around it, and behind it is the Brine Lake, which Salt Creek kind of lines up right against. So the northernmost point of Salt Creek is the Brine Lake. You know where it ends, so you know this is kind of like the last stop on the river. but the lake is fairly large. You've been here a day or two, and you've heard already quite a few different things going on. So there's definitely a lot.
You two heading towards Salt Creek?
Yes.
Maybe we'll see you there then.
Amira comes back. You're in Salt Creek, by the way, and puts the drinks down on the tables.
I was about.
I thought we were.
Amon is already
drunk.
drunk.
I'm already drunk. Yeah.
Yes,
I
you
was
are
gonna
in
say.
the
We're
town of
gonna
Salt
see-
Creek
We are seeing you here.
in
We
the
are
Silver
seeing you
Elephant
here.
Saloon.
Okay.
While this is happening,
Got the
you guys
jitters.
are deciding where you are and what city you're in and where the wrong river is and all that fun stuff. We step outside the town to other players, which I will ask you to refrain from describing what you look like until we get to the bar. But Kuno, Soren, you guys have finally made it to Salt Creek. You don't know what you're here for. You've been traveling along the East Coast searching for, what your mission entails. And you were given direction that even though it is heading in a different path than you originally planned on taking, that Salt Creek would be a fine place to stop to find out more information. You are just walking into the city, walking down the dirt pathway that leads to the center of town, where you will soon find a red door opening into a saloon. But while you guys are walking, what's on your guys' mind?
Soren looks down at this ruined piece of paper and just drops it. The map. I've told you time and time again, do not take good care of it, and I have trusted you too long. Too long.
This one was not my fault. This was...
It's in tatters. Do you have anything to explain yourself?
Okay, so last time we were camping, you were sleeping and I was on watch like you told me to, and there was this large snake that came out of the sand, and it startled me, and I had to drop the map into the fire, and then the map was flammable, and then that is the map we have currently.
Maps
Is that this
most maps, as maps mostly are flammable.
I thought Faza would have given us a better one this time. After the last one.
And I don't know what I'm going to lose. Let's just
You
get into
you need to calm your nerves. You need to calm your nerves.
Yeah, I do need to.
I'll buy you drinks this time. I do
Yes,
have all the
as
I do
for
have
the-
all the money.
For the first time this entire trip, you're going to buy me a drink. Oh,
What can I say? What's coming? I'm the generous one. And is the tavern, like, is there a sign to the tavern, or am I gonna? or we have to-
There is a sign that does not have any words on it. It is literally a rusted silver elephant, kind of. It was more of an interpretive piece. But as you approach, my friend Soren, with a passive perception of 14, you both see two figures kind of up at the front of the bar, and they're just seem to be talking amongst themselves. Nothing stands out, but Soren, you catch ear of what they're saying as you walk in. It looks to be a man. There's a man up against the wall of the tavern on the outside, being kind of pushed a little bit up against by another man. A miner of some sorts. He's very filthy. He's got like a half-broken pickaxe in his pocket, just a small like rock hammer, not a full pickaxe. And he's just kind of whispering under his breath. Not enough for you to like stop and look, unless you choose to, but just like you catch word from the other gentleman, who is a tall, slender man, looks to be in his mid-20s with dark, short hair. You can't see his face to see an expression or his eyes, but he looks a little bit athletic, and he's telling this man to hush up and keep it to himself.
So they're in an alleyway.
Just
Or
at
like
the
an
very
up-
corner of the tavern. The doors to the tavern are in the middle of the front of the building.
Oh, so they're in front of the tavern.
And there's
in the corner, like
there's
off to the side.
exactly. So there's the front door right in the middle, and then there's like an entrance balcony that wraps around the entire building, like old Wild West style, where you could actually walk along the edge of the building, and they're kind of in the corner of the front.
I think Soren will glance at Uno and just like with his head, just like look, like telling him without saying anything, just to follow his eyes and just looking at him.
Yeah, Kuna will do the same. And can I try and perception check? And
Yeah,
listen
go
in
ahead
as
and roll
well?
perception.
Oh, first
You guys can
roll.
both make an
Hey.
active perception check now to
Let's
really
go.
hear what they're
we go.
whispering as you walk
Go.
in. Break out those Blood Brother
this is my
dice. Let's see what we got.
Oh yeah, dice check. It's a 17 plus.
Ooh.
What's my
Good
perception?
first roll.
1. So 18.
18? And
18
Soren,
total.
what do we get?
I rolled a 11 plus 4.
Got to get your ears checked.
18 and 15, both enough to hear scraps of their conversation. The gentleman who's kind of holding this man against the building does not look like he's threatening the man, other than the fact that they need to finish this conversation. You hear the miner say, "Listen, just because it's only been a week, or already been a week, doesn't mean they're dead. We have to send somebody. You can't just hide this. You gotta tell your father. You can't just hide this."
Is it the miner saying this to
The miner is saying this to the person who's kind of holding him up against the building. At this point, as you guys just hear this, you guys are still walking towards the building to not arouse suspicion and stop and stare. The man who's pushing up the building notices you guys, just hearing the footsteps as you guys approach, and looks in your direction. Doesn't say anything, but you do get a look of his face, this kind of sullen, sad almost face, frustration. He bites his dried lip and pushes back to let go of the man up against the tavern, and walks in the tavern ahead of you.
The man does, or the
The
Sorry,
man,
I'm just-
not the miner. No worries.
Okay. Sorry. I'm just...
You heard what I heard?
Soren nods. Both of my hood is up. I don't know if Kronos' hood's up. It's like loosely, like right, but you can like kind of see my face in the darkness.
Cool.
Like, he like glances between the two as he walks in, and he nods and looks.
You know, it's not good to lie to your father. We've learned the hard way, haven't we? And Kuna like pulls down his shirt and reveals like a huge scar across his across his collarbone. He sounds like he's in need.
Do you take the lead?
I'll give it a shot. And he like cracks his knuckles. And he like goes up, and kind of like around the side of the tavern. He like walks behind the tavern and like, over here.
You sound like a Skyrim NPC. Hey, you, come
Have you
here.
heard of the High Elves?
That is so good. Are you saying this to the miner?
Yeah.
He's like-
and I wiggle my hand like out from behind the thing.
He kind of leads forward. So after the man let him go, he kind of stepped a few feet forward and put his hands on the balcony railing and is looking over the front of the bar. You guys go around the side and kind of try to draw his attention, and he looks over his shoulder because you had to walk right past him to do this. And he kind of looks at you. What? It's too late for this, and he starts walking away from you, right into Soren.
Right into Soren?
Well, unless you went with your brother, you're still near the entrance. You kind of let him go off on his own. So now you guys are like sandwiching this miner, this poor guy. You fell for my trap.
Hook, line, and sinker.
So yeah, Soren like places a hand out. And he just like a hand telling him to stop, like a band, like a yeah.
Not touching him, but like a foot
Not
away. Like,
touching
hey,
him, like
hold on, let's talk.
yeah.
Okay.
Sorry. He is like, what was that about?
None of your business. That was a private conversation between me and my friend.
If it was so.
I haven't seen too many of your folk around here. You should learn to keep your mouth shut. You know it's good. And he tries to go past you.
Soren doesn't move. He's like, and maybe you should try to. If it was such a private conversation, maybe you shouldn't talk so loudly, such as your whole town can hear.
With your passive perception, as he walks into the bar, you do see him like clench his fist, like message received, and walks into the bar.
Okay.
Man, I thought I had him that time.
How did he not fall for it? They always fall for it.
They always follow for the corner tree.
100% of the time. Now it's not. No. But Soren turns and looks at Kuno and is like, "Do you want a drink?"
Drinks on me, as I said. And then Kuno will like open the door and then like realize it's like not a push but like a pull. And then like
Fire safety is very important.
and like shimmy the door and then like after's you.
And Soren just walks in.
Perfect.
And
So
then Kuno
as
will like place his hand around Kuno's shoulder and like walk in with him like
all right, you guys walk into the tavern, going back to the people who are at the table, well into your first few sips of the whiskey provided by Amon. You watch as this handsome, slender, slender, athletic build man walks in, stops at a mirror, and kind of whispers something to her, and then keeps walking.
Can I judge based off of Amira's face what that conversation might have entailed?
Make an
Like,
insight check.
if she reacted at all?
Sure.
they're back.
Someone say inside.
So what's it inside?
15.
15. You get two emotions as you look at Amira. The first one is excitement when she sees this man. And then as he whispers in her ear, she blushes a little bit before he keeps walking and walks away.
Spicy.
Dirty dog.
Amon just scoffs. Like loudly just
As you look back towards the kind of center of the table, that's when you hear someone fumbling to get the door open at the front. And the door opens. Kuno, since you opened the door, if you could describe yourself, please.
Boom, baby. Kuno is a bit on the taller side, very stocky build, half elf and elf, with tan skin, black hair, dark brown eyes. He's adorning what seems to be some red and white robes, and some plate mail underneath, or like a breastplate, and carrying like a side bag. He doesn't have a shield and war pick out, but he's just. And he's got
Just
and
walk in
he's got
fully
his
ready
arm.
to fight.
No, and he's got his arm around a slightly taller fellow.
Oh, okay. Sora, you see
Oh, that's me.
more slender, drow half elf. Though you don't see it because he has his hood up, but you can kind of make out the angular features, elven features. And he kind of like when Kuno leans into him, his hood like pulls down, and you see the size of his head shaped, and you see pointed elvish ears adorned with like multicolored earrings on his right side, with like piercings intermittent in between, and there's a chain hooking his lobe to the tip of his ear, and on the middle of his lip is a piercing, and he has it's like the piercings are half of his face this way
and you see like him smile a little bit to his brother, and you see a metal fang inside of his mouth. And he is wearing similar red and white clothes, but you noticeably see he has no armor, and there's bandages all over his arms, and they look fresh. And he's looking, and kind of like as Kuno like puts his arm on him, he kind of like pulls it tighter to like kind of like covered, like he's like clearly making sure that nothing underneath is like out. And he has an ornate dagger at his side, and he's got a pouch, and you notice like if you look close enough, you can see like vials across his chest and stuff like that. And he's wearing like white, dirty pants, loose fitting, and like noticeably like from days and days or like years and years of travel.
Awesome. We will show the art version of the overlay for a little bit so everyone can get an idea up close what everyone looks like as the brothers, as you both, first of all, wearing a lot of clothing for someone who's traveling or living in the Barrens. As you guys walk in and the table, you notice this as well. Everything stops. The music stops. The people stop talking. Mainly because of Kuno fumbling with the door, but they look, and first of all, to see a drow and a half-elf is very, very peculiar for this place. Bubbly, you got similar looks when you walked in, as did you, Moss, but it took a few moments and people went back to what they were doing. Everyone kind of looks forward, and with a passive perception of 16, Moss, you even notice quite a few people put a bag on an open chair, pull in an open chair so it doesn't look available.
Moss is just kind of looking around like, why are they... What?
Tavern's packed tonight.
Is Amira nearby? Can I like flag Amira?
Amira is at another table at the moment, but you kind of make noise to get her attention, and she waves that she'll be there in a moment.
Sorry to bother you, but everybody seems to be looking at them rather distastefully.
Sorry, one moment, and she stops talking to the person that you just interrupted her from, and she comes over. Sorry, can you say that again?
Well, I was just wondering, everyone's looking at those two rather distastefully.
Are they?
I feel like we had this conversation when you were.
Did we?
It's not really common, I suppose, to see elves, let alone multicolored elves. It is very different.
So it's because they're elves, because nobody put bags on their chairs when I came in.
Yes, it would be because they're elves. That part is.
Oh, that seems. No.
But look, you two have 2 empty seats here.
Uh-oh.
Hey, newcomers. Don't mind the rabble. There's 2 chairs here for you.
Yeah, come on over.
And Amira walks away.
and Moss looks around the room. We won't cover up all of our seats in disdain.
Soren grabs a chair and moves it away.
It just sits somewhere else.
Actually,
As you do that, Kuno like grabs your shoulder and like, we've got to make friends somehow. And then like spins you around and puts you back to the.
You see, Amon was like getting up to grab the chair from you.
See, he won't.
Come on, no.
Kuno,
See, he wants us to sit here.
Soren like doesn't say anything and just narrows his eye at Amon.
Amon narrows his eyes back and puts
I put my head in between you both of you.
Amon will put a full glass of whiskey where the seat was and then gesture towards it and go sit back down.
I take it back. You're either being rather.
He's just being nice. This
Never
is the most
mind.
nice he's ever been.
It's the nicest he's ever
sits
been.
back in shock, almost. Or Moss sits back in shock, like, what?
Kuno
Who am I
Soren
traveling
thinks
with?
for a second and looks to Kuno, and then he looks at the drink and he's like, maybe you might not have to pay for drinks after all. And
Okay.
And he grabs a shot,
Very
takes it,
nice.
and then finally pulls seat. He pulls the seat out and sits down.
Well,
Kuno's gonna take off his breastplate and hang it on the chair before he sits down.
Okay.
Wait a minute, guys.
like-
My moment.
And then just like,
8 minutes later, Kuno finally sits down. Yeah.
who am I sitting beside?
Probably.
So, looking on Foundry, I've kind of placed you guys. You two are still kind of on your own, but you've opened up this table a little bit to have more of a joined table. You maybe push them together a little bit to make them a little bit easier to look at. But the 6 of you are now sharing 2 tables in the Silver Elephant Saloon.
oh, the table counts as a wall.
You can't walk through a table.
Table does in fact count as a wall.
It is a solid object.
Alright.
This in-character meta conversation. Oh, I missed you guys.
We missed you too, Tyler.
Oh, we're here.
Guys.
Finally here.
Give Tyler a heart.
No.
Hearts in chat for Tyler.
No, don't do it.
Oh.
We made it to the intro.
All
We
the
can all go to
feelings.
bed now, right? That's all we had to do tonight.
Yeah.
That's all the time we had.
Let's
No,
Yeah.
let's.
End of campaign.
And scene.
After Amon put the whiskey down and sat back down, he has like not talked. He's just been watching everyone now.
So you just wanted to bring them over and then say nothing. All right.
So,
Kuno-
nice to meet the both of you.
It is nice to meet you.
Name's Mr.
pleasure to-
Moongrove. And Moss will extend his hand to Kuno.
You
was
as,
like,
as this furbolg stranger extends a hand, it's like fully over the table. Hello.
Like Soren eyes Kuno just like a look that Kuno knows. So wow. Like, don't say anything fucking stupid.
Oh. Fair, fair.
It's a pleasure to meet you as well. What is your name?
Mr. Moongrove.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, you're all right.
I'm just nervous. Sorry.
I thought it was more of an alias.
No. It's my name.
It is a very good name. It is very good. Sorry, apologies.
Thank you.
It is a very good name.
Perhaps if we become friends, I'll tell you the rest of it.
Of course, of course.
Ooh.
How about you? And he gestures to Aqua.
Oh my gosh, me? Hi.
I love your crown.
Oh my gosh, you noticed it? Niall, he noticed it.
Yes,
My name's
everyone can notice it.
Aquamarine.
It's a pleasure to meet you.
Hi.
Excuse our manners. My name is Kuno.
Hi, Kuno.
This is my Soren.
Soren. Like,
Come on, you have to share your name.
What is your name?
I'm Soren.
I was,
Sorry, I can't hear you.
They can't hear it. You have to speak louder.
I can hear you.
I know you can, but what's your name?
It's Soren.
Sorry?
oh no.
Genuinely gets a small smile from Amon.
Yes.
Moss like stops and is
We
like,
did it.
Oh, we made.
Niall's smiling too.
I love it.
So Soren, it just doesn't say anything. You just sighs.
I was
nice to
fully
meet you,
ready
Sorry.
for Max to
His
just
name
break
is
out
Soren.
a fake
His name is
name.
Soren.
No, it's a
What are
new
you
nickname now. Just deal
Soren?
with it.
No,
no, that's his name,
S-O-R-E-N.
Aqua.
Oh gosh, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry.
It wasn't a pun.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I don't know if you noticed, I'm not from around here, so I don't know too much.
At this
but
point,
it's so nice to meet you,
brothers,
Soren.
that you notice the frog just fully chilling on her shoulder.
How
Oh.
big? Is it like this big? Like
It's like a full
Yeah,
toad.
Like
It's
hamburger
it's-
size?
It,
Like a
yeah,
bullfrog.
like a
Yeah.
double quarter pounder. It's a little big.
It's about that big.
She's thick,
shit.
man.
Dude. Rosa, look, she has one of those. I remember that was in one of the books in our library.
yes, is a frog?
We don't have those back home.
You don't have a Greg at home?
No,
No, is
Most
that
people
what
don't
yours
have
is
a-
called? We call them frogs where we're from.
They're
Oh my
called frogs.
gosh.
it's a mini bullywug.
I mean, there are frogs in the Feywild too, but it does kind of look like a small bullywug.
It does.
Feywild?
It looks
The Fey-
more
the
like a
Feywild.
bullywug.
It's a fail.
Well, it was very nice to do introductions for Gleg, but let's pass it around the table. You perhaps, and points to Niall.
Me.
Making
My name is Nelaine, but you can call me Niall.
Niall.
Like the mile.
Yeah, like the mile, yes.
Like the unit of measurement. This is very correct.
But there's an N instead of an M. Just
Yeah, da, I got it. Don't worry.
like
I made the mistake as well.
took me a
Don't
while.
worry.
you called me Nelly when we first met.
Oh my gosh, that's right!
I forgot, Nelly.
Do you need a
great.
drink there, Soren?
Do I need? What'd you say, Barrett? What'd you say? Haas?
Do you need anything to drink there, Soren? Your throat sounds a little hoarse.
I could use a something to wet.
Our friend here has offered you a nice drink now, and he kind of pushes the glass to whiskey.
I already took the.
He already drank.
Oh well,
already
it is
tried
empty,
that.
so you do need more.
He like puts it back in the glass. He's like, oh.
Try to wave Amira down again, knowing that she really doesn't want to talk to us.
Actually, Amira is nowhere to be seen, and instead, Smiley, the
Smiley! I like him
the
already.
owner of the establishment, is doing some rounds, and comes over. Middle-aged man,
Smiley!
early 60s, with a round, well-built beer gut. He's always been
Delightful to see
friendly
you
while
making
you've
the
been
rounds
here.
again.
And he comes over to you. Yes, sorry guys. Amira's on break, but
Yeah, no worries.
there's 6 of you now.
Yep, there are 6 of us.
Hey,
I'm
it's great to learn that we're making friends. That's what we're all here for. What can I get you?
That's good to hear. What's your fancy, Soren?
Tyler, really quickly,
Yes.
is that other guy, that slim guy that talked to Amira, is he in the bar or is he also gone?
If you followed him after that interaction with Amira, you saw him go up the stairs for a second.
Did Amira follow when she went on break?
Make a perception
Spicy
check.
question.
Perception check?
Yeah, to see if you were paying
Spicy
attention long enough to
question.
see where she was going.
Or so
my.
awkward distracted you.
We all have disadvantage.
dirty 20.
Perception when Aqua's
Dirty 20. She did follow him upstairs shortly after.
So she's break all right.
Amon,
Uh,
there's something.
Hey,
there's that
yo.
dour look on your face again.
I'll be back. And Amon's gonna stay.
Wait. I grab your sleeve, and I give you the look.
I'll look at Moss. I'll behave.
If I come up there, and I let him go.
Are you going to the washroom?
Oh, I've got to go to the bathroom. Is there a bathroom here?
Yes! Can we all go? Oh, let's all go as a team! Yay!
Oh no!
Amon will turn around and face you directly, Aqua, and go, respectfully, no. And then turn around and walk away.
Usually he doesn't say respectfully, so.
As he's
Oh,
walking
that's
away, remembering that Smiley, the owner, is still there. Right. Anyways, sorry, Amon, about that. Soren, was it? What would you like to drink?
But Soren, like literally barely ever drink. He like thinks for a moment. He's like, what is that? And he's like,
Remember what we got in that one town? That's
I'll take a rum and coke.
Can I get
A gin
do
martini,
you have
shaken,
any,
not stirred.
How do you say
wine
sex on the beach?
Do you have any?
What was that really colorful drink, Smiley?
No, please.
Intercourse on the coastline.
Listen,
Do you have any vines or
any
yeah,
vines? No, we don't
Yeah, but-
sell plant life here, but
You know what I'm saying?
wines. Yes,
Wines.
Moss has found himself fancy to our wine selection, which is very limited. There's not very much room in the Barrens for a vineyard, as I'm sure you've seen. This is all imported from, I believe, a vineyard just outside of Flintgate. But yeah, I could get you some Flint wine if that's what you're into.
Absolutely.
I guess
For the table or just for yourself?
I'm good.
Let's get a bottle for the table.
Right, you are, Moss. I knew I could count on you. Yes. Aqua, yes, I believe.
Yes. Or AM if that's easier.
Aqua, yes.
I'm Am. Anyways,
Every time. Every time you say it.
You just every time
It just
Aqua
doesn't make
talks,
any
Thorin is just
goddamn
like,
sense, and every time you say it, it gets me.
could Mr. Grumpy Pants will probably want another whiskey. After all, we are competing. I don't think he's a good drinker.
Oh.
And then I'll have 2 of those.
You did notice that Amon did not drink his whiskey. He gave his whiskey to Soren. That was his whiskey.
Smiley looks back to you, Moss. Should I add this to your tab, sir?
How much is it?
With the wine and the whiskey. Put it at 3 gold.
Moss checks his pocket, looks at his 4 gold.
Kuno slides a gold over to you and gives you a wink and for our friendship.
Appreciate it.
There's
And-
plenty more of where that came from.
And Moss will take 2 coins out of his
Kuno
own pocket.
says
and
out
slide
loud
the
in a
3.
strange place.
You did say that.
You
Strange
did
place.
say
You
that.
did.
While you guys are settling your tab and breaking into your drinks, come on. You're heading upstairs.
I am.
Frantically checking if I have any message spell.
Amon, as soon as he's out of sight of people, will immediately step into shadow and kind of just hug the wall and very quietly creep down the hallway upstairs. And like, as he reaches a door, we'll listen in for a few seconds. If he hears nothing, he'll move past as quietly as possible and keep going until he hears stuff.
Well, first, give me a stealth check to see how well you traverse through the squeaky second floor of the silver.
The corridor of squeaky boards. Be wary.
Natural.
What was that?
18.
18.
Spicy.
You feel confident in your stealthiness as you head upstairs. Now, the second floor of the Silver Elephant Tavern is not a full floor, and in fact, on the main floor there are balconies and chandeliers that you can see upwards. It is more of a hallway around the perimeter of the first floor, and there are some rooms, likely some places to stay, things like that, with a couple tables intermixed, but there is not a whole lot of places to hide here. It is dark, so your natural ability to kind of blend in is still capable. But I will
Ooh.
Spooky.
more of like a
Oh,
tavern
I
kind of
get it.
leading. Yeah, this will just be.
Oh, I see. Yeah. Is there anyone up here as I make my way upstairs? Like, is anyone sitting at
You
these tables?
do see a few people. No one that you've seen downstairs recently, so not your target, so to speak. But you do see what appears to be a series of doors that lead into another room. Throw that up on the screen there. You guys can follow if you want to see what I'm on see.
What crimes he's probably about to commit.
Amon, as he's walking past the people at the table, he pushes his hat down where it like kind of covers the crown of his head and kind of hides his eyes as he just walks past like he is meaning to be here. He walks as if he has purpose.
Okay.
And just walks right past these people. Which one?
This guy.
Oh, I see. I'll walk about here and then like
You
throw
see
my
just the
head
start of a
over.
very, very narrow hallway. This seems to cut back from where you
And do I hear any voices or anything?
make
Any noises? I'm switching dice every time. I gotta break them all in.
You gotta break them all in. New year, new dice. Let's go.
Holy shit, natural 20!
Let's go.
21 total.
That is
perception.
basically what you needed, because you are still
Ooh.
2 walls separated from the person you're looking for. You hear the muffled voice of Amira somewhere in the next chamber. Can't make out what they're saying because it is 2 walls of separation.
Amon will. Give me one moment. Oh man, I don't have access to 2nd level stuff yet. Forget.
You're a 2nd level sorcerer. What you got, baby?
I am going to. Is anyone looking at me right now?
No,
I
there was
walk up
just
the
one
tables?
guy here who mostly seems to be passed out in his cup.
Okay. I'm going to. Does it sound like they're like way at the other end of the hallway, or does it sound like
Hard
they're,
to tell the
pretty
natural
close?
20, even just with how old this building is. The walls are pretty thick. You'd have to step into the hallway.
Amon's going to kind of move his bandana up a little bit and pop the first 3 buttons on his white shirt open, and kind of hang his leather jacket off his shoulder a little bit, and kind of move his hat at a tilt, and then just kind of shake his head and go, "Fucking hell," and will walk up to the door and try to peek his head in. Still trying to be stealthy, but has a game plan if he gets caught.
Okay.
I think he's a little too drunk.
Yeah.
In a little bit, you get a better look at the hallway, and there are a series of 6 doors along this chamber. You hear voices further down. They're not at the first few sets of doors. They're likely somewhere towards the end.
I'll keep making my way down then.
Take him away.
Make my way kind of back against the wall, just kind of very
As you take a
quietly,
moment
one
in
step at a time.
between each set of doors to really listen, you hear the man now kind of speak up. And his voice is just a little bit louder than her soft voice, and you hear them definitely in this chamber.
Alright, I will move up to this, like right before that door, and then I will lean against the wall and then put my hat over my eyes and then just look like I am maybe passed out against the wall.
Okay. And what was your stealth check from earlier?
I think it was an 18.
An 18.
Oh.
You
Well, she's
really push any other sound away that you can as you listen. And you hear a man and a woman, 2 people you believe to be Amira and that stranger. You hear Amira say, "Listen, Leon, I want what you want too. I really do. I want to get out of here, but I just got here. You know, you grew up here. Of course you're sick of it, but I'm not ready. You know I love you. Yes, of course I love you, but first of all, your father would never let this happen. Let's just wait. Let's just see what happens. No, I mean it. What was that sound? Did you hear that?" And the voices go silent, and the man you hear goes, "Shh."
And Amon will go and just snore.
Okay. You hear the door open.
And Amon is leaned against the wall, again, hat over his face, and he is snoring. Like he fell asleep.
Are your eyes closed to mimic snoring,
Yeah.
or is it just because your hat's down hiding your face?
A little bit of both, but I do
Okay.
have my eyes closed.
Okay. Give me a athletics or acrobatics check. Your turn.
Ooh, athletics or acrobatics?
Yep.
Uh-oh.
Don't like the sound of that.
Which my dice? 16.
Leon beats you as he pushes his arm across your shoulder blade, so kind of holding, not quite choking you, but similar to what Soren and Kuno saw his treatment of the miner outside, pushes you up against having seen you in the bar below. What the fuck do you think you're doing here?
Amon will watch as his hat kind of falls off his head as his head hits the back of the wall and kind of like looks down at it. And then he like looks like lazily back up to Leon and be like, sorry, who are you? My hat's on the floor.
You hear the clicking of something and something pressed in just above your belt line. Let's cut the bullshit. I saw you down below and now you're here. What do you want?
I was looking for a place to get some peace and quiet. I apologize. Am I interrupting something?
You look down and you see the silver cylinder of something that he has held in his hand pressing against your gut.
Yeah.
Mira, I gotta go. And he kind
Listen,
of
Phil,
backhands you across
you-
the face, lightly, not hard enough to draw blood or anything, and then
Could
walks
I-
away.
Can I catch his hand as it hits my face?
If you would
and
like
I'll-
to, yeah. Make a
I'll grab
dexterity
by the
saving
wrist.
throw.
Dexterity saving throw?
Yeah.
Oh, I get to use my
Amon's
tiny
fucking
dice
dead.
now.
As a new character, Colby, I'm super glad you.
Yeah, thanks for playing with us. It was really
Thanks for
cool.
playing with us, Colby.
Dexterity saving-
Amon
See
seemed
you
really
all
cool.
next
16.
week. 16.
16.
Enough. You catch his hand.
And I'll grab it and I'll kind of clench down on it a little bit and I'll go, listen, friend. If you want to take this outside, I'm more than happy to.
He kind of smirks at you, and with your passive insight, you do see a sense of kind of running the numbers, so to speak. Is this asshole worth my time? And he jerks his arm away, puts his pistol back in his holster, and walks away.
And I will lean down, grab my hat, and kind of dust it off a little bit, put it back on my head, and knowing Amira is listening, we'll just go, friendly people in this town, huh? And then walk away.
Okay. While that was happening, what are our friends at the bar doing?
Aqua, would you still like to go to the bathroom?
Oh, right.
Yes.
Okay.
Soren grabs Kuno's arm and glares at him.
What? I have to. We've been traveling for a very long time, Soren.
I agree. We've also been traveling. And Greg has to go too, okay? So
Just goes like right in, just goes like right in your shoulder.
I'm
Great.
sure they won't get into any trouble, Soren. It's just the restroom.
Sure.
Alright.
Just
We
like-
will.
Is it outside? Or
We
is
will,
it...
it is outside. It is on
my
the
God.
rear side of the building. Easy enough for you guys to head out there. Who all
I
is
mean, if
going?
anything goes wrong, you're right here, so.
Who all is going outside?
I think it's just me and
And
Kuno.
Kuno and Aqua.
Kuno and Aqua. All right, you two.
No,
part.
Soren gets up. No, Soren gets up and follows
Okay.
after him. Because he's like, just stop.
Okay.
Just,
You three head outside. It's getting late. There's not a whole lot of people traveling outside. As you take your turns relieving yourself and your frog.
Moss is just awkwardly stirring his wine.
Niall's still at the table.
I know,
Niall's
that's
like just like tapping his hand on the table, just like, man, this sure is the situation I've got myself in.
Damn right.
As...
so.
Sorry, good.
You known Aquamarine for very long.
Not that long. We are
Right.
close friends. I guess is a good way to word it. We've only known each other a few weeks or so.
Yeah, barely a week.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. So, the travel been dangerous at all? Any run-of-the-mill bandit types, highwaymen that we need to be looking out for?
Patria, after all.
Fair enough.
But we're both combat trained, or I guess she would count as combat trained in some aspect.
Oh, combat trained, like professionally.
You could say. I'm not sure about her, but I have experience.
Well, as you could probably tell by my humble appearance, I am most certainly not a classically trained warrior.
I'd assumed such. Seem more of a noble type than anything else.
I wouldn't say noble. Just like a diplomat.
A diplomat? You mentioned the Feywild earlier.
I think that was a mon.
And perhaps it was. One drink is one too many.
He
Humans,
was making a
furbolgs,
comment
you're all the
about
same.
bullywugs.
So the island.
The island.
I just... I give it pirates, I suppose, so I guess it does make sense.
Aye. Yar and all that.
Yar.
That's, I did it one time and it still doesn't feel good.
Not being on a boat.
No, saying yar.
I'm saying yar.
Yeah.
Is that a requirement to go on the boat to begin with?
No, I thought it might be because of the stories I'd heard about pirates in the past, but there was just storybooks.
They tend to be as such.
They tend to be stretch the truth a little. It was more like, tell us what you're doing or we'll kill you.
That's how
Jesus.
blind pirates generally are. Or that's how most people generally are, regardless.
But then I convinced them, don't kill us maybe. Long enough at least to keep talking.
At least you're picking up on how things work very quickly.
I mean, people are all kind of the same when you get to know one. You get to know a lot.
Basically.
Conversation is more of like a dance almost.
See, this is why I think you're more of a noble type.
I just have a colorful choice of words.
Very colorful in comparison to everybody else here.
I mean, I'm a well-read fellow.
I have respect for that.
He nods and drinks his wine. I also just like to be clean and not covered in blood and dirt like
I
my
agree.
friend.
I agree.
Yeah.
As you two continue your social sparring, I guess we could call it.
Fighting each other.
Your light two-way interrogation.
Yep.
Soren,
The
Kuno,
most polite
Aqua, and Greg.
interrogation.
You guys finish your business outside, and just as you're starting to make your way back in, you see the unknown male figure that has now been identified to Amon, at least as Leon, leaving through the back door, which is towards where the restroom was. You see him.
Does he? Can I make it like just like a perception insight check just to see?
Yeah,
how
give me an
he's-
insight check.
Yeah. Can I do that too?
Absolutely.
Seeing-
Brothers do wisdom checks together.
Do I do
know.
perception or
Do you
insight?
guys
the only
Insight.
thing they do together.
Perception or
do you
insight?
do it separately?
Insight.
Soren insists separately.
Oh, so Kuno, if you had the chance, you would do it together.
Efficient. I rolled a 4.
Weird. Just a weird
I-
complex.
I got 15.
15
That's
is
another thing.
much better than a 4. He's pissed.
He looks happy.
He's looking good.
Gosh, he does.
He's got the spring to his step.
Hi.
You guys are
By
guys
the
are
time
so
you say
oblivious.
let's go say hi, he's already about
No,
40 feet
Ku-
away.
Soren. God, hold on. What?
What
This is
do I
tough.
want to do? It is tough. Yeah.
This is so tough.
I can let you
because
think.
There's so many.
Let's take advantage forever.
Yeah, think me like 2 seconds.
Alright, you know, Aqua, me and Soren overheard him talking about something secret.
What kind of secret?
That's the worst thing you could have said.
Oh my god.
Man, that secret we heard about. Have you heard of any
so
secret?
good.
Soren literally punches Kuno in the gut, knowing he took off his plate man.
I also punched Corn in the gut.
Oh,
You also punched Kuno in the gut?
Yeah.
You also punched Kuno? Wait, we both punched Kuno in the gut?
Well, I saw you do it, and so Aqua's like, "Oh, a game!" So she does it as well.
No, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine.
You two, let's go after him.
To make a new friend? Good idea.
Not exactly.
Oh, a best friend, even better. Oh my gosh. Okay, let's go.
We've already split the
You
party.
can
It's been one
you
session.
You can sing set.
in 3.
And then Soren
Wait.
quickly puts his hood up and like goes after the guy.
Oh, you're going after Leon. All right.
The music's
Yeah.
too dramatic for me.
Yeah.
I know, that's why I'm like the music kind of inspired me.
Yeah, I put on the Kuno music.
Oh,
That's
Kuno's
the castle music from their one
Kuno's
shot.
gonna grab Aqua's wrist and just look at her and go, like it's like Sonoy said, stay quiet, stay to the shadows, don't make any noise. And then
When did he say all that?
and then Kuno flips his hood up and then also kind of like follows sort of behind Soren.
He didn't say any of that.
Right.
Are you hearing
what
him?
Bruno said? Be colorful, have a big smile,
Oh,
and let's
boy.
make friends. And
Oh,
I just
no.
follow.
At this point, would I have gotten down to the table?
Yeah, you get to the table and say Moss and Niall are in the middle of a conversation.
You see Moss immediately like eyes your hands before looking back up at the table.
One of them is like clenched, like really hard, and the other one is holding his hat, like tosses in front of you to get your attention, and then he snaps his fingers and he goes, "We have a target."
We have a target?
We have a target.
What kind of target?
I don't think they have a target here.
Name's Leon. He's got influence.
Wait,
What?
like,
What?
okay, hold on.
Big
We have 3
wing,
different
athletic.
kinds. No, we have 3 different kinds of established kinds of targets. Which one are you?
Well, it's either 2 or 3. It's either rob or get power from.
I'm sorry.
Whichever
What?
one you're feeling.
What?
Did you forget I was in this room with you?
I don't.
No, I don't.
To be perfectly honest, I don't really know who you are exactly. We just met. I'm talking to my friend. Moss.
Oh, no.
Are you in or out?
That's not.
I shoot a concerned glance to Niall, and then I look back at Amon. Of course I'm in. Come on.
And Amon will grab his hat, put it back on, and then we'll look back
turn
to
back to-
Niall,
Yeah, I look back to
and
Niall.
he will put fish in his pocket and put a gold piece down and goes, "You're more than welcome to follow if you'd like, but if not, those are for the drinks," and walks off.
I already paid for the drink.
Niall.
Moss picks up the gold piece and puts it in his pocket.
Niall, do you follow?
Yes. After I sit there for a minute. What in the fuck? And I stand up and follow after.
Okay.
I look over to Niall and I'm like, just giving them like just an exasperated look.
All right.
Sure,
you
why
guys
not? My life
chase
isn't great enough as it
after
is.
Leon, who is already being chased by the other half of your group. Um,
As we're approaching, Kuno whispers down to Soren, "You do bad, bro. I do good, bro."
And
Jesus
Aqua, you
Christ.
Little bit of
fight.
good, bro, bad, bro.
And I hear the whispering, and I just whisper to Greg. They're whispering, so let's make it
Aqua,
like we're whispering too.
Aqua, you do goodest, bro.
the best, bro. He's best, bro.
Best, bro.
Well,
Right.
what
Aqua, look
what
at me-
actually
look at me
happens?
right now? You be quiet.
Oh,
No, you be quiet.
I've
Is this a game? Is this another game?
It's not.
It
Nothing's
really
a game.
is not a game.
But aren't we doing the follow the leader?
We are following. Yes, we are following Lito, but it's not a game.
He's giving away her.
So
That's a
while
game
this
back at
conversation is happening, you guys are
We cut off.
following behind Leon by about 50 or so feet. He got a good head start. Aqua, as you say, you be quiet, you go to look forward again, and you run straight into someone who's just walking down the road as well. And you kind of like shuffle into them, and he goes, Jesus, oh, not you again, please leave me alone.
It's nice to see you again.
It's mighty fine to see you too, miss, but can we skip it? It's so late at night. Every time I talk to you, it goes on for hours. What are you guys doing out here? Who is this?
Oh, well, if you want, come with us. We're following this strange man. Apparently he's good looking too. I don't know.
Who are you
Anyways,
following?
let's follow the leader. Come on. And I link arms with him and we just start
Oh,
walking.
he does not
No.
start walking with you. Who are you following? Are you following him? And he points
Sir,
to
go
Leon.
home. Go home. Go home.
What do you think I'm trying to do?
Ignore her.
Kuno pulls out a
Ignore her.
gold piece, puts it in his hand, and goes, "You never saw us. You never heard us. Go." And then just like pushes his back and just makes him walk away.
Oswald pockets the gold and says, and shouts a little loudly as you guys walk past him. I really don't recommend following Mr. Leon.
Why?
God damn it.
Wouldn't say that.
Actually, first of all, let's see if Leon heard that.
Can I like?
For one.
Can I, as he gets louder, can I like quickly put my hand over his mouth, like, because if he says the whole sentence out loud, I feel like I have a little bit of time to like get him before he like.
You
says
cover him as he starts the L in Leon, and the figure keeps walking away. Listen, I don't know how long you guys plan on being here, but first things first, don't upset the Centurions. Okay, just keep it easy. Everyone relax.
The what?
Aqua,
Who is this?
I thought I
Where's
told
the
you.
Centurions?
Oh, you did?
Leon is.
I was looking at a
This is
butterfly,
not
I'm
this is
sorry.
not a great place to talk. As he says this, the other half of your party walks up. I'm on in like a half sprint, like.
Oh yeah, we just are like speed walking down the road.
Amon is looking to Moss and is like, he doesn't like me. You take the lead on this one.
Okay.
You guys approach the other half of the people you've recently met, talking to a simple
I thought you were
man.
all going to the bathroom.
This
We
doesn't
did.
look like a risk.
We did. The man you guys see in front of you, for those who have not been acquainted with Oswald Rollins, has got red curly hair, tight in a ponytail, revealing a skinny, kind of sad, sullen face, clear gray eyes set delicately within their sockets, with a little bit of spectacles just pulled down to like kind of cut the iris in half. These round spectacles,
So
scar on his cheek from.
How old does he look?
Kind of recently. He looks mid-30s. He's young. As I was saying, oh my God, Aqua, you have more friends. No, he does not seem
Right.
familiar to you. Like I said, this is not a.
Meet you.
This is this is not a good. This is not a good place to talk about this.
What are we talking
That's why I
about?
told you to leave. And
You guys are the ones chasing after Leon Clements. You're gonna
Wait,
get yourself
you guys are
killed on
chasing
your
after
first
that guy
night.
too?
am I supposed to know who that is?
I'm trying to tell you, but what I'm saying is this is not a great place to have that introduction.
Moss is just gonna kind of slink away from the group and like tug Amon's coat.
Yeah, Amon is already ready to leave and just immediately walks away.
we just start going
Wait, like
after in the direction that you guys were previously headed to keep going after the person.
I don't understand.
Why is they going after him?
I mean, we can let some die. It doesn't matter to me.
Oswald, you really can't explain as we follow the leader?
Oswald, can you explain it right now?
Okay, listen. The Clements family owns a Centurion mining company. They're basically in charge of the city. You might have heard of the Landgrave, but he's just the mayor in name only. The real power is with Pope. Now, Pope is the leader of the Clemens family and the owner of the mines, the gem mines that are really the only reason why this city is still here. Now, with that money comes a lot of power and influence, and Leon being the middle son, I just really don't think your first week here you want to be messing with the Clemens. Is that enough information for you to get the hell away from that man?
I'm gonna break off from everybody else and run after those two and be like, okay, you two,
We're
please do
like,
not rob, dismember, or
going.
murder this man.
what? We're not going to.
No, it's a scouting mission. We don't kill the target the first time we see him.
Okay,
Okay,
let me repeat to you what I just learned. This man is in charge of the entire city because of his family's power.
Yeah.
If you do
Got him.
anything to harm him, you would essentially have the wrath of a population fall down upon you. Am I clear
maybe
enough?
I think they have an idea. Maybe we shouldn't actually like. This is a very poor decision.
Moss,
This is a very poor decision.
Amon will turn to you, Moss, and go, I swear to God, if we lose this target, you get drinks in the next town. I'm not paying for this shit no more.
Moss, while
drinks in
Amon,
this town.
hold on, while Amon is threatening you a little bit, Moss, go ahead and give me a perception check, please.
Okay. Moss dice time.
Hey, let's go.
Moss dice.
Let's go.
Hey, yo.
Let's see. 16 perception. Wait, let me see what my perception button is.
Probably higher than this.
22 total.
22 total.
Christ.
As you're like looking over Amon's shoulder, which is very easy for your 8-foot tall figure, you see the figure Leon, as he's been named now, going into a fenced off area, and behind the fence, because of your height as well, you can see a little bit over it. You see tall trees that absolutely have no right being in sight. They look lush and full, and from here you can tell they have some sort of fruit on them. And behind those trees is a massive 3-story mansion.
Moss just starts walking towards.
Ah, damn it, you guys.
Amon will turn around.
Guys,
We're dying tonight.
Stop! That's his house.
I wanted to go look at the trees, not him.
If you break in through that fence, I will shoot you.
I'm gonna stand on the other side of the fence. I'm tall enough to look over it.
Amon will turn around to Niall and go, respectfully, try it.
Don't be mean to them. They're just trying to keep you from the same stupid idea I am.
Man, brother, I thought we were dysfunctional.
You just see them off ahead. You guys have stopped. Oswald is like sweating and is like squeezing the gold piece that you
Niall
gave him in
keeps
his
stopping
hand.
Moss every like 2 feet.
Moss, you get up to the 7-foot tall fence that you can see over, and they're apple trees.
How far away are they from the fence?
About 30 feet beyond the fence.
Fuck.
Not
Can
jump over the fence
I?
to get the apples.
I'm not gonna jump over the fence to get the apples.
Pardon
Can
me,
I-
your friend
can-
seems a little jump happy.
Can I see Moss looking at the apples?
Oh, definitely. Yeah, he's very hard to miss.
Can I kind of shake my hand and some shadow kind of comes out a little bit? And I'm gonna fling it as a mage hand goes over the fence, grabs an apple, and pulls it back.
You absolutely can. You grab
And
an
Moss
apple.
will immediately just start eating the apple.
I'll
Well,
hand it
before
to
that can
Moss.
happen, you begin casting Mage Hand, and your shadowy Mage Hand goes through the top of the fence to grab one. And as it pulls back, you guys all hear, even the group back
Oh no!
in the back, the loud sound of a as a loud explosion erupts. The apple explodes in the Mage Hand, and you pull back a couple scraps, and you begin
I'll
to
take one of
hear
the scraps,
to
taste it.
hear a number of footsteps approaching the fence from the other
Are
side.
you?
I will immediately run and grab Moss and
No, Moss turns invisible.
Oh. Is there like a barrel to hide behind?
Yeah, you can look around and find something again. So because you guys were a little bit reckless in your travels here.
Yeah, for sure.
The other group and
versus
Oswald are like at the edge of a street. They're easily able to just duck behind some buildings and go in. You guys have
that's what we
about
do.
a 40-foot gap
grab
between the fence line and the regular
and
city
Aqua.
street. So you gotta sprint across that to find something to cover behind.
Okay.
Moss just turns invisible and starts booking for cover.
Yeah,
Okay.
I will immediately. Is there like a
Niall's also moving.
building? Is there like a building that has like a banister or something that I can see?
Not right away from where you guys are. Again, the closest building is where the other half of your group is.
Okay, I'll
Heist gone wrong.
I will run over there, and then as soon as I get to a building, I will like move to out of sight, and then grab onto it, and then like climb, grab onto another thing, and just like climb up and like out of view.
Okay. Kuno, what are you guys up to?
Has Kuno heard a gun before?
You have not heard a gun before. You have seen a gun before in your travels in the Lesbian Outerlands.
Yeah, we just assume it's a giant explosion. and
Yeah, it's
we
just a giant
I literally
explosion.
grab Aqua and Kuno and just pull them behind the building.
Dive! Get down, Mr. President.
And then Kuno pops back out and pulls Oswald.
You go to grab Oswald. Actually, make a dexterity check to see if you can grab him.
You grab Oswald, or am I fine?
No, for Kuno.
Dexterity check.
Yeah, just for Kuno though. Just for Kuno.
Yeah, fuck. I'm gonna smack Kuno in the butt
14.
and give him guidance as I.
Hell yeah.
Wait, I get guidance?
Yeah, you get a D4 to that.
I'll roll the D4 if you want. unless you
Okay.
want to.
No, you roll it.
It's 4.
Let's go. What's your
So
total?
it's 18.
Well, you
18.
beat his natural 1 as he tries to run down the street. You actually, beating him by that much, you grab onto his forearm and yank him behind, causing him to yelp a little bit.
This is Oswald.
At this point, Moss, your invisibility lasts until the start of the next round. So
Last 6 seconds.
approximately 6 seconds. Even
While
with
I'm
sprinting
invisible.
60 feet, you can make it to cover if you do a sprint or a dash action.
Okay, I'll dash, and then as soon as I'm in cover, I'm gonna disguise myself as like I'm wearing the same clothes as Amon, but I look like a completely different person.
Okay. As you are ducking around, you begin to see shadows cast by yourself from a light source behind you as they reach the gate and are looking at Lantern. And even while you're invisible, something is still hitting that light source, and your shadow is cast. But you don't hear any other sounds.
I'm guessing I'm hidden too because I was there.
Yes.
Died.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's just this small, like, homeless-looking guy in an alleyway with a 10-foot shadow.
Correct.
And Moss is just gonna sit in the alleyway and be like, "Oh," if they're waiting to see if they're gonna come down or not.
Yeah, as you guys kind of take a moment to breathe, Niall and Aqua, having a moment to kind of process the sound you just heard. Niall, even with your experience, you have not heard a gun that sounds like that before. It's not common to see a sawed-off shotgun in the region where you grew up and where you trained.
He's packing heat.
He is back in heat. You know Oswald a little bit better, Niall and Aqua, than the rest of the group, having traveled with him and brought him back to Salt Creek. He used to work for the Centurion Mining Company. Used to. And not as a miner. You know him to be a bit of a map maker. And he was charged with relaying out the mines as they expanded deeper and deeper. And
You good?
that was so good, man. Just smacked his own headset off. That was great.
I was so excited with the map maker part.
Yeah, it was so good.
Holy
But
shit, he
no,
makes maps!
exactly. You guys know a little bit more about Oswald than the rest of the group. As the 7 of you are now kind of cowering behind the building, regrouping. The light source does not get any closer to you guys. They don't go past the gate.
I would have like kept moving once I saw.
poke my head out of the alleyway.
I would have like kept us moving, like to not be still, because as soon as I freaking see someone around a corner or like, because would have Moss been visible for like a second and then turn invisible again?
You watch. So Amon walked up to Moss, threw a shadow ball. That's all you can really see from your vantage point. Through the fence. A loud explosion happened. The ball came back. Moss grabbed something out of the ball and then went invisible. That is what you saw.
That looks really bad.
I'm honestly surprised these two are still alive. Like
Oswald, you go home.
Oswald, you go home.
I was trying to go home. You grabbed me. Let go of me.
Amon is literally on top of a building, just
above, lurking in the shadows.
Yeah, just like laying on a building, just like, god damn it.
Moss is gonna like shove his hands in his fake pockets and start walking out of the alleyway as in disguise.
Hell yeah.
Kuno will lean over to Soren and because I hate to say it, but I think we need to move towns again.
I need to Scott's here.
Yeah, you should stay.
Do I see Niall anywhere?
Niall, are you still kind of huddled with him, or did you pull away? Because Soren has been dragging you guys back. He didn't let any of you stop.
Well, I let it was more Aqua and Kuno, not.
Yeah,
Gotcha,
Niall was with
gotcha.
us.
The other idiots.
Dingus and Dongus.
I was with Dingus and Dongus, yeah. So I'm guessing I just like dove like behind a barrel. I'm tiny. I can go behind a barrel or some shit.
Yeah, fair enough.
In a barrel.
I can go inside the barrel.
Assassin's Creed style, just jump at a pile of hay.
Basically, like,
I'm inside a stack of hay real quick.
I come out of the alleyway and I'm like, Niall, you okay?
I'm like looking around because if there's a person right there, I'm not gonna shout back.
Oh, he's like shout whispering out of an alleyway because I ran like 60 feet away.
Yeah.
I ran like 60 feet away, so I'm like, hello?
I'm trying to get like a good look at my surroundings. Like, is there someone who's gonna kill me if I jump out?
Make a perception check.
My first roll, baby.
You guys are all full of perception and insight tonight.
Not me.
Perception. That's a terrible stat unlike last time.
Man of blind to trust.
Oh boy. That's an 11.
Looks clear.
Oh.
I'm gonna like just slowly like. I'm fine. Where the hell are you?
And I wave as the disguised person and it's standing in the middle of the road.
Just get shot.
Just get shot. Yikes.
We're going to move now.
Oh, good.
Yeah, let's go.
I'm trying to go. I'm just gonna like stealth time.
Dash.
Okay, make a stealth check as you dash out of your pile of hay into the alleyway.
My parents would be so disappointed in me. 14.
14. You feel fairly confident as you run through the alley to group up with the rest of the group and Oswald. And you guys are all... Everyone but Amon, who is just above you out of sight.
Just leave Amon laying there all night.
No, Amon is literally just like looking up and just like listening to you guys and just like...
Amon! Where did you go?
Soren's like moving. He's zooming. Like he's not waiting for these two.
What?
I'm not waiting for Niall or Moss. I'm bringing Aqua.
I'm going with them. I'm tired of these of Dingus and Dongus.
Yeah, I'm
I'm following Niall because I can't see Amon, even though he's above me.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
not saying anything. I'm moving back to the tavern. I'm looking at like Aqua and Kuno and like saying, "We are going. I don't care."
Sorry,
Your
are we
friend?
playing a new follow the leader?
We are following the leader. I'm sorry,
Oswald
you
is
follow me.
following you guys, by the way.
Oswald, I'm sorry. This happened.
Yes, all of
When
this
I went-
happened, and I was left out on the street.
Actually,
I'm
honestly
come
not
lie
that
low
sorry.
with
I'm
you
really
guys.
not sorry anymore. I don't know why I said that.
Yay, Oswald, you get to join us again.
I am
Isn't
sorry.
this exciting?
Aqua, please.
Pleasure to meet you, Oswald. I'm Mr. Moongrove.
Again, nice to meet you all. Actually, no, scratch that.
Who the hell is this
Not
guy?
nice at all.
Yeah, who is this guy?
You
I'm a
guys-
completely different person.
Because you sound exactly the same.
Yeah,
You
I
guys
sound
are
exactly the
As soon
same.
as you
So
like
loud.
say that something, I'm like, what the? Because you're probably
Could
only
you
like a
all-
foot shorter.
I can be
Please
like,
be
up
quieter.
to,
We're
like,
currently
shorter.
trying to run from the law.
I'll wait for them to get like 40 feet away, and I'll like look over from where I'm laying and like see them walking across the street to get to the tavern, and I'll sit up and pull myself
Scooby-Doo
up.
sneaking between alleyways and then running across into the tavern.
One of
Oh,
them,
no.
Oswald's going the opposite way.
Yeah, that was what's going on.
I will pull myself up and kind of like sit up, and then kind of like begrudgingly flip over to where I'm standing now on the roof, walk to the edge, and then like hop off and like grab the wall a little bit as I'm like going down, and like land, and then I'll just walk down the street casually back to the inn.
All right.
Just hands in my trench coat, just making my way to the.
For the
inn.
sake of brevity, we will say you all now with Oswald regroup in the saloon. You notice that the bar is a little bit emptier, and you find a more secluded corner. Amira still has not returned.
Oh.
And I think that is a perfect time to go to a quick break. Just 5 minutes. We're not going to do a full 15 tonight, just so we can end on a good
fair.
note. So everyone, thank you so much for watching. It's been fantastic seeing everyone commenting and chat and all that fun stuff. So
I'm gonna eat my Cheerios.
enjoy a little bit of art from our friend Ballerina Corgi, as well as some music from our friend Gilham. And we will see you guys in just 5 minutes. We'll be back right away here. Thanks, guys. We are back, everybody. Thank you so much for that little 5 minute. We'll usually do like a 10 to 15 minute feature, but I feel like 5 minutes on our first night so we can have some more Dungeons and Dragons would be awesome. But as we come back from break, we are sitting in a different area of the saloon, a little bit more secluded, now with a 7th member of our gang, Oswald. And that is where we left off. So you guys are now
What
amongst
class
yourselves.
is Oswald?
So,
He's a monk.
firstly, what the hell was that explosion?
I
That
have
was a
no
gun.
idea.
That was
What
like
is
That's
it?
what they sound like?
What is a gun?
some of them. Okay. He pulls out one of his guns.
Oh shit!
It's a-
That's not a gun. This is a gun.
He's just like, he puts it on the table.
So when it
Wait,
goes off,
that
it makes-
little thing made that big noise.
Not this one in particular. It's a bigger gun.
Oh, I know it's not
Oh.
yours.
Mine, this one is small. It doesn't do as, it's not. The one that went off is much bigger, much louder, much more dangerous. This is pathetic in comparison.
So what do they do?
They hurt.
They hurt
They
things.
shoot like magic missiles out of them?
They don't. It's not magic. It's metal.
No, it's magical.
It's not magical.
So it's like a loud
It makes
crossbow.
people bleed.
So
Can I touch it?
I've kind of read about these. They shoot
Okay,
metal.
you can
like
touch it, just don't-
shrapnel, kind
Don't
of,
press this
in a
button,
way.
or it will kill someone.
Okay, and Moss will
Immediately,
gently
like,
pick
let
up the
blood
gun,
go.
holding it with both hands like this.
It's a tiny. It's a
Looks into-
pistol.
Yeah, well, like a pistol is still like that big.
For Moss, it's even smaller.
Yeah, like for me, it'd be like,
Yeah,
Mine
just like,
probably
ooh,
grabs it
it's
like
so
this,
cute.
Like, just like looks at it like.
You know, I've
Careful with
seen
it.
something similar to this before, but it definitely was magic, and I hand it back.
It's not magic. We have like a million of these back in the camp.
I believe yours
I
isn't.
think
I'm
it's
just saying the
magical.
only other thing I've seen that looks similar is magic.
Well, maybe it is magic, but
It was made out of a dragon, so...
what?
Brought me and Niall together.
It's made out
So
of
it's
a
magical.
dragon. Oh no.
Just a
Very
small
sweet of
piece
you,
of
Aqua.
one. But, you know,
Anyway, it was a gun. I don't know. I'm guessing when you sent your magic thing over the wall, it was some kind of guard that decided to shoot you for entering on their private property.
you know, that's fair. That's...
No.
Wait, you said this thing could kill people?
Yes,
Yeah.
it has killed people.
It has killed people.
A lot of people.
So
Well, I
anyways,
guess it's good we didn't go over in there ourselves. Not
Yes,
that I
that-
was
that
going
is-
to. I still stand by that.
I trust you. I do not trust him.
That's a smart decision. You shouldn't trust him.
so can we explain
Probably
who we
shouldn't.
were following? Some of us seem to know more than others.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
actually,
was just told that we were going to rob someone.
Oswald pipes up. Actually, that is a great point. Why were you guys following
Why
Leon?
were you following him?
Well, allow me to. So me, Aqua, and Soren were following him because me and Soren overheard him having a conversation, and we were trying to inquire.
Just, curiosity, trying to get to the...
A conversation.
I was
Curious
just playing
enough
follow
to
the leader.
stop it. You two aren't really the social type.
I'm very social.
Yeah, I apologize. Apologies, Kuno. You are
No,
social.
Thank you.
he is... Don't let them... Don't give him that compliment. Because... No, never mind.
I mean,
you alright, Soren?
he's using
Are
his
you okay?
words. You seem rather flustered.
I'm not
Oh, he's just
flustered. I'm
bashful.
just annoyed with all of you.
That's entirely fair.
But either way, we have overheard some things, and we inquired one of them, and like most people in this area, we got nothing. So maybe we were hoping we could overhear more, but that was.
He seemed rather infuriated with something.
Why were you trying to rob him? Are you thieves?
No, I'm not a. I'm not a
trying
thief.
to. Wait, who's trying to rob him?
I look
Those
over at
two.
Amon.
Amon has just been like quiet, just watching the group talk.
Amon hadn't decided what he wanted to do yet. I was following him to make sure he wasn't going to kill him.
Oh no, I had decided, but
You did decide. What did you decide
Yeah.
on? You care to share that with the table?
no. But I knew I needed to get close to him.
You mad? Yeah. I don't know.
You're a very loner type, aren't you?
We'll give it away.
The fact that you're alone all the
Well-
time and you don't like other people.
Oh no
Got
kidding.
him. Fucking got him.
So why are you hanging out with
Moss
him then if
chuckles.
you don't like other people?
He does.
See, I can do the talking while he does walking and
Moping.
occasional punching and the moping
And the moping. Alright, got it.
and the moping.
With an
Can I have
occasional
a-
smile.
I found that
Smirk
I
mystery.
found that as long as he lets me speak first, while people are initially overwhelmed by seeing me, they're disarmed by the grungy normal person behind me. So
You do make very good balance.
It's like you and me, Niall.
Yes, exactly like you and me.
Could I have a moment to speak to my brothers in private, please?
Just like
Okay, I'll join you guys.
Anyone,
Kuno's
can
like,
everyone
"Kuno's
leave the
like,
table?
Kuno waits for everyone to leave. Like,
Oh, and then like stands up and then like walks away.
like Soren gets up. Like, it's just not like.
That would be easier.
And then Soren like walks to, I guess, just the other end of the bar, or the other end of the, where there's no one. Like, how many? Like, roughly how many people are here?
Maybe 8 or 9, which isn't a lot for the size of the bar. Half of those are at the actual bar at the end of the room, so quite a distance.
Yeah, Soren picks a place so that his back is to a wall, and so we can keep an eye on the group while he talks to Kuno.
Easily enough done.
Kuno will just kind of in like whisper to Soren, "What are we thinking of doing? We can't stay here very long."
Well, after that, I think our days here are numbered. It seems like the dumb and dumber over there are kind of on the reckless side.
Do you think they know anything about Mother?
Doubtful.
Maybe.
They seem well traveled.
If you go up and ask them about Mother, and they're like, they probably will talk about their mother.
I mean, as much as I would like to know that information,
Really valid point.
but you were right as always. What about this secret?
Keep it.
It's a rich family.
Keep it close to your chest. Don't reveal anything that we know.
Oh, I left my breastplate over here.
Yeah, you did. It's just sitting on a chair.
Well, hopefully there's nothing important in your breastplate.
It's a map to the Delanor Keep.
The map.
No, there's probably like a tattered piece of the map that was all that was
the
left.
crispy
after
corner.
He was pulling it out of his breastplate one day and it got caught when it ripped off a corner.
Yeah, like just literally careless. Like it was literally you make it seem like Soren like got Kuno the map a lot of times. It was literally probably like twice.
Just still more than it should have been.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
But this could make us a lot of money, and that would make travels very easy. We could get horses again, remember?
Yeah. We will go and see this as far as we need to until it feels like until we figure out where we need to go and what we need to do after this. But if our paths diverge, I don't want to hear you complaining that you made friends and we can't leave them, because we have a task and we have to complete it. Understand?
Kuno like rolls his eyes and fine. Only because I know you will tell Faza when we get back. You were a little snitch.
Not really, but that's besides the point. And also, I think Faza would question where you are, and no lie would cover that. I could say you're dead, and he would find you instantly, probably. Or some other lie, and he would probably see that soon. So there's no point usually.
So I can tell them about this secret?
No. Not yet. If I feel that we can maybe not trust them to.
We've been talking too long. They're getting suspicious.
We told them we were going to go talk. It doesn't matter how long it takes. Soren literally says this loudly. Just so confused by like, we're like, oh, we didn't tell them that we're going to do something else. Like we told them we were not going to.
Kuno looks back at the table. Moss is sitting his orb on the table for everyone to look at.
Actually, and at that point, we'll cut over to the other group to see what they were doing during that time.
Greg's on the table now.
Greg on the table, the moon rock on the table.
I'll trade you one frog, that orb.
To show us your gun, and I set a heavy orb on the table.
Yes!
Niall, it's
And I
easily the
put
size of your
my
head,
heavy
if
frog on
not
the
a little
table.
bigger.
Heavier frog.
Like
I put a hand between the orb and the frog to make sure the orb doesn't roll over and crush the frog.
Oh, don't worry, Niall. Greg's really strong. No,
Actually,
Greg
at
just kinda looks at me going,
that, as you guys are like they said, as you guys are making it look like you guys are trading items, Oswald kind of like, well, I mean, I have been working on a map, but it's not exactly done.
A map of what?
Well, the Barrens, of course. It's the easiest place to map out since, you know, I live here.
Oh, is it completed?
literally
You
just said it
it's
wasn't
not.
It's
Moss, do you not listen well?
It's got some
Like
of it.
me?
I got excited. I just heard map.
You did just hear Matt. That's fair. Here?
It took the first 3 words that came out of his mouth for me to like tune in, and then I heard map. So
You can take a look at it in Foundry if you'd like.
It's a nice map.
It's a good looking map.
Oh,
No knife holes, no burn
That's
marks.
it's not done yet, but
Soren's,
the major settlements are mapped out, and that's all that really matters, right?
It's a good start.
It's so pretty.
I beg to differ.
Yeah,
Thank you.
I'm still looking at the tavern. Oh, it was in chat. I'm sorry.
Anyways, back to my earlier question. Now that we have a bit of privacy, what the hell are you guys doing chasing after Leon Clement? I understand that you guys didn't know who he was, but that doesn't explain the fact that you were chasing after a stranger.
It's not chasing if it's a game.
It's not a game, Aqua.
Don't think it was.
How do you know?
Because I know how people work.
Some people.
I leaned over to Niall and I'm like, does she think everything's a game?
Yes, she does.
That's a little concerning.
It is, but we're not going to talk about that right now.
He nods and sits back up.
Fair. Again, Amon, I think your name was. What was your purpose to chase after that man? What persuaded you to choose him
Amon
as your
looks
target?
to Oswald.
I bet it's sweaty.
Amon looks to Oswald as he's talking and just goes, I don't have to tell you anything.
I'll tell.
Listen, I'm not here to investigate.
He wanted to rob it.
Right. Have you been robbing often, you two?
No.
Yes.
Good. I can tell you guys aren't very good at it. You picked him as your mark? Are you guys out of your mind?
I didn't pick him.
Well,
He doesn't do the robbing.
The whole group was with you.
After we ran into them.
Whatever.
Listen.
Couple more weeks and I'm not ready.
Listen. I overheard him and the barkeep, not Smiley, Amira, canoodling in the back.
That's where you went to go listen to. Oh.
Yes.
Oh my god. Hey man, are you
Bad
okay, Tom?
taste.
Aqua, respectfully, I need you to shut the fuck up.
Respectfully? No.
Respectfully, I'm in the middle of something.
Was it like
Aqua,
trust love?
Aqua, it's impolite to interrupt someone when they're talking. I know I just did that, but you interrupted me.
What if...
I kind of roll my orb over in front of Aqua. And it all starts glowing color.
He's telling a story right now.
Okay. Wait, I love stories.
So listen well. Listen well to this story.
Okay.
Continue on, Amon.
Colors.
These two, Amira and Leon, as I learned his name was, they're obviously having some sort of affair, probably unbeknownst to Leon's family. Leon wants to leave. So I thought it'd be good to gather information on him. If he's trying to go behind his father's back, probably I could bring it to the father himself. Maybe get something out of it.
That's the worst plan I've
There
ever heard in my entire
was
life.
a fucking plan.
True love.
I don't give a shit about the love part. I wanted to break them
Why
up
not?
and maybe get Leon in trouble because he's a shitbag.
Are you
get
trying to
some out
spin
of it.
some kind of moral onto this?
No, I don't give a shit.
That's what I figured.
I wanted something so we could fucking leave this desolate shithole.
Why do you want to leave so bad?
I can
It's
give
a
you a joke,
shithole. I don't want a joke.
but you'll leave with something.
Oh my.
Amon is going to pick his hat up from the table and loudly push his chair out and just go, I'm gonna go take a breather. and then walk out of the inn at the front door.
Can you not breathe inside?
Oh my god.
Now, oh, he left.
Let him
Anyways,
go.
Again, I do you guys not? None of you are from here. That's fair enough. Niall, Aqua, you two remember the people you saved me from?
Yes.
They work for the Clemens family.
Yeah, I figured.
Oh, I did. Well, oh, Niall, you're so smart. Because I really did.
I was, as I said when we were traveling here, as I said while we were traveling here, I was tasked with making a map of the gem mines, specifically the western ones.
Yes, he said that.
There's a part of the mine that collapsed not too long ago, about 3 weeks. And last I heard, the people in there are still alive. You can hear them. You can hear them. They had some supplies, so they're not out of food quite yet. But the Clemens family hasn't said anything. They haven't told their loved ones. They haven't done anything. They're just keeping it quiet, waiting for them to, I don't know, die out. By the sounds of it, when I last left, they weren't even digging up the mine. They were just letting them die. So I quit. I quit, and a couple others quit, but I guess Pope was worried we were gonna talk, so he chased after me all the way to Crystar where you guys found me. And listen, I'm not here to tell you guys what to do. You guys seem to be able to take care of yourself, but for every one of you, there's at least 5 Clemens. All right? Just be careful. And for God's sake, and looks to where Amon left, keep me out of it. I'm not a hero. Thank you for saving me, but I don't owe you anything.
Who said we were heroes?
And Oswald gets up, grabs his map, and leaves.
Wait, Oswald.
Aqua.
Oh, but can we have a copy of that?
He's already gone.
I didn't get a chance to doodle it. Oh.
Is he leaving out the front door?
We can go talk to him later.
He does leave out the map.
It's not a good idea to talk to him.
Oh no.
Can I see that he's holding the map?
By the time he went out the door, he had already pocketed it, but you do see him walking out, keeping his head down.
I'll whistle after him.
He looks over to where the whistle came from and slows down. What do you want? I'm just trying to get home, man. How much for the mat? It's not even done, sir.
I don't care. How much for it?
Listen, can I at least copy it? And I'll sell you a copy?
He'll look back to where Moss is seated. How long it'll take?
Well, it depends. Do you want it copied as is, or would you like me to finish the detailing and then get it back to you?
As soon as possible.
We don't.
At least 3 days.
3 days.
At least 3 days, sir.
Amon will stand from where he's sitting on the wall and just go 3 days. And he'll turn around and walk back into the inn.
Oswald doesn't say anything. He just walks away.
Kuno and Soren will probably make their way back to the table.
Yeah, at this point, you guys had tracked as Oswald left.
Kuno or Soren wanted to say one more thing to Kuno. He'd be like, just before you spill anything, make sure it's okay with me. Understand? Because I don't want you dropping a bomb, a theoretical information bomb on them. That's fair.
Oh.
It's all right.
I just whatever you do, if you think so I wouldn't do it, then don't do it.
WWSD. Got it.
Yeah.
What
This
would
is
Soren
I guess
do?
it-
this is
What
mostly
would Soren
about
do?
this is mostly about sharing information. Everything else, it's been okay.
All right, you guys all find yourself, the 6 of you, finally back in your seats in the quiet corner of the bar.
think we should
Oswald
split
now
more.
gone. A few more of the patrons have left. There's now only Smiley and 3 people at the bar. The rest of the inn is completely empty.
So, Soren, Kuno, would that story you overheard have to do with a few missing miners?
It was
Kuno
right.
looked at Soren.
You heard just the scrap of the miner basically complaining to Leon to do the right thing. Yeah.
So we could make an inference that
Yep.
it might have been related. Soren nods and he's like, we overheard a tidbit, but it seems that's what the miner was complaining about to Leon, begging him to do the right thing.
Well, before you came back, Oswald let us in on a little secret, as it may, that the Clemens family, who run the Centurion Mining Company, have left a bunch of miners to die in a collapsed tunnel.
Right.
Um,
What you heard.
Soren will nod but
We know where this tunnel is?
We'd have to ask Oswald.
We'd have to, yeah.
Right.
We'd have to ask
he
Oswald.
seemed when he left, he seemed a little exasperated. So maybe
Perhaps we wait till this morning.
let's
Yeah, that would probably be the best decision.
You don't have to just rely on him.
Well, do you know what
Do you
the
have a map?
tunnel is?
yeah. Would you get back in?
Been back for like 3 minutes.
Yeah, he did join the
Oh.
table. He just didn't
Did he say he
anything.
joined the
No, yeah, he did. He
we-
said he came back into the tavern. Yeah.
Okay, then we would have saw.
He was just silently just
Yeah,
sitting
he's
down. And
just
we're almost like,
moping
"Where's the
as-
mic?"
I think we may not see him. We smell him because he's stinky.
Ooh,
Super stinky.
stinky shadow boy.
Stinky boy.
Yeah.
But I guess it comes down to the question, are we going to do anything about it?
But what's in it for us?
I don't know. At the moment, it doesn't seem like there's really much of anything besides
Doing the right
Chip.
thing.
doing
The
the right
families-
thing.
The families
the
must
big-
offer something as a reward.
Assuming they have anything to give.
Yeah, maybe
We could confront them with the information and then offer them the money, or offer them to pay us to.
Well,
No, civilians aren't
we-
good at keeping quiet.
could
She'll
we
tell who
twist-
told them.
Could we twist it to make it so Leon would have to pay for us to use this?
Ooh.
If we spread the rumor that's what's going on.
Yeah.
Well, I'm just saying we could go straight to the Clemens, tell them we know you trapped a bunch of miners in your mine.
That seems like a
and-
terrible idea. They would know us immediately then.
Well, yeah, we're the one. I thought that was the point, was that we were going to go into the mine and get the miners. Are we doing this secretly, or we're not going to get into the mine without them knowing?
Well, yeah. I
You know what we could do?
What?
What is your suggestion?
We go in there. We help the miners. We go find them. Clean this cave-in mess up. Get hailed as heroes of the Baron. Get influence with Centurions. Make our way in there. Work
What's
with
it-
them.
what's-
Get some gold.
What's saying that they would do anything for us? We just help them, and they don't have to honor us because we did it out of our own heart, the kindness of our hearts. We
They don't
honor-
exactly
Hey,
seem
Ron,
to
I
be
knew
the
you
most
were
charitable
listening.
people.
Miners
Giving
can
them a lot of
live.
credit, Aqua.
I know
I saw
to
the-
save
die,
people.
right?
They would be
Said we go
great.
save them.
We would be grateful. They would be grateful. That's some.
That could gain us.
But
That could gain us an audience. I'm not saying they pay us outright.
what's? I'd rather be more sure about it and assume that we are going to get an audience, especially after maybe who knows what happened between you two. Wait, I didn't know that. So let me just back that up. But why you are going after them in the first place? But what occurs between you two before that.
Okay. You're unknown. So you find Leon. Cut a deal with him. Make it to where he'll get us an audience if we clean up his little mess. Clean it up for him. Get paid.
That
seems much
promising.
quieter.
I thought of a way that we can find the cave. Surely we can find the families, right? Ask them where their family members are working.
Well,
Not a bad idea.
You
If
could
he
also.
disagrees, we kidnap the girl.
So from
No.
No.
That's not
She's
bad.
out of the plan.
Is
She's
that
out.
That's not a bad idea.
No.
That's not a bad idea. That is the first
No.
thing
Okay,
you
so
said.
so I liked that if things go too sour, but not.
Yes.
What the DM was gonna say there,
So,
with everything that you guys have learned, not pushing you in any direction, but just so you know what your threads are currently. You do have Amira, who seems to be fancying Leon, who might be able to get you an audience with him. Oswald, although he doesn't want to be a part of it, Aqua and Nile, you learn from traveling with him, he's a bit of a pushover, and he could
Yes.
tell you, or if you're really lucky, bring you to the mines. And that's really what you have right now. That is not to say that's what you have to do. I think you guys have a great idea, but you have multiple points of contact here if you decide to go through it with this.
I think Oswald might be the best option when it comes to finding the mine.
Game
Yeah.
plan.
If nothing
Yeah.
else, we could
Well,
ask the
he-
family.
What was that? What was the map you had? Like, what was that of?
It was a map of the
was-
Barrens.
It was a map of the entire Barrens, and
It's
was
not
it
completely
also-
evidence. That was it.
Just a whole Barons.
We'll have a
No.
complete in about
What
3
was it?
days.
Was it also like sea mines and stuff like that?
Was it the mines? Would I remember that?
No, there
I
was
think he's-
so all you guys
Was he-
saw. Actually, no,
Was he
we'll make this a
planning on
roll.
making that? Since it
Niall,
wasn't-
if you want to make a intelligence check, just to do a quick recall of the detail.
Yes,
that you
sir.
saw. You studied plans before.
That is a 19.
19, very good.
These are good
The map
Except for
itself
Kronos.
did not have any like specific like mine entrance here, or rather any underground this is here, but there was mention of the western mines and the eastern mines when you were talking with Oswald. To the west, there is a note on the map that you remember that said something trails, and to the right was Shadowrun. So to the east was Shadowrun. Now those were actually further back. You remember, all of you remember on your journey in, there were 2 forks in the road, but you stayed on the main path. You're not sure if those are the mines or if they're closer to Salt Creek. You're not entirely sure.
Game plan. Aqua, Kuno, you get what you can out of Amira. You two are sociable, friendly.
And is that code for?
Soren,
No. It's code for talking.
Soren,
Okay.
Moss.
If
You
we
are-
kill
you
Amira,
are-
I can impersonate her.
I'm really good at impersonations.
And I-
Just have to
Impersonations,
find
trust
some
me.
paint.
No, you are not good at impersonations.
Moss, Soren, you two know your way around words, convincing people, getting people on your side, it seems. You track down Leon, figure out what you can there.
I look
Me.
over at Soren.
You, Niall, we figure out what we can from Oswald. See if we can't get him to lead us to this mine.
Fine.
Sound good?
And as
Sounds like a
Amon
plan.
dishes out orders, Soren
going to-
and Kuno, can you both make a sanity check for me, please?
Oh shit!
Uh-oh.
Whoa.
SpaghettiOs.
All right, so it's -1, right?
It is -1.
It's
I
minus
don't have
9.
positive sanity. That's impossible.
2.
I got an 18.
-1 is 17 or 18 total?
No, 19 minus 1.
Okay.
You have a 3 -1.
Soren, you don't feel anything. Kuno,
Mm-hmm.
you are very in tune with the blood that pumps through your veins. Though you still have not really mastered any abilities the same way that your brother has. You can feel something in the air. It feels almost like someone is watching you. But you don't sense a direction, you simply sense the feeling of someone witnessing this conversation.
I'm gonna, as I make a perception check, I'm gonna tap Soren on, like just like tap him on the leg, like very like nonchalantly.
Like nudge, not like literally bump my knee.
Wait, how long has it been since the incident in the with the gun and all that?
It's been about half an hour.
Oh, I'm still looking like a random.
You didn't drop it?
Nope.
You're just a dude. You're just the dude-looking guy.
Amon's closed.
Amon hasn't said shit about it.
He's done this 10 different times.
He probably doesn't recognize them because since they're so clean.
Oof.
I like how the dirty man position has been transferred from Mackenzie to Amon, just like seamlessly.
Seamless.
Yeah.
I don't mind.
So that's a 11 on my perception, and then I tap Soren and kind of like. Actually, I'm just gonna. Yeah, I'll see what my perception goes, and then I might nod a direction if I can get one from the perception. It's 11 total.
11 total. You catch the glimpse of a red-hewn shadow walking down the stairs from the second floor, and as you turn to kind of like, Soren, look, do you see that? You look back, and behind the shadow, as almost walking through it where it stopped, you see Amira come down the stairs.
Ooh, that's cool.
And she walks into where it's kind of frozen, and then the shadow is gone, and it's just Amira.
That goes hard.
That go hard.
That went hard.
Hey, yo.
Hey, yo.
Kuno's gonna like, can I make like a sleight of hand check to try and just like without alerting Amira, point to her, so like to let everyone know that like she's behind us.
Yeah, I'm not even gonna make you roll for that. You and your brother have spent a lot of times communicating without communicating, and you're kind of able to do it with the group as well.
Sign language.
They might not be able to interpret what you're doing, but the message is received by some of the more insightful.
I mean, you may not know what it means because me and Kuno got that secret language.
But I am very tall. Do I see Amira?
Oh yeah, she's not hiding herself. She's coming down the stairs. She's holding a bag, and she looks like she's just getting off work, and she's kind of going through the bag to make sure she has all her belongings. She doesn't head to the front door. She heads over to the bar, so she kind of traces in this direction. Makes a quick comment towards Smiley, and then starts exiting through the back.
I'll say something. Thank you for the drinks, Amira.
No problem, Moss. You guys have a good night. I'll see y'all tomorrow.
Right, yeah. You will.
Great. Nice seeing you, Amon. And walks out.
Pleasure.
Was this where we?
No.
Did she react at all to me not looking like Moss?
Oh, actually, yeah, she wouldn't have noticed you. So she just says, thank you, sir. Yeah, she doesn't say your name. She doesn't know it's you.
When you have disguised cell phone, can you take off your glasses?
I can't see, but yeah.
But yes.
Or just like change hats or something. Maybe.
For those of you who would pay attention to such things, it is well after midnight.
We should.
I think I would pay attention to that type of stuff.
Niall would, because you know.
I have to be up at 0600. I need to go to bed.
Kuno knows because he's sleepy.
He's a sleepy boy.
He's sleepy.
Moss, are you getting the room or am I?
I don't know. I have to pay for the drinks in the next town, don't I?
Kuno, since you didn't pay for drinks, can you get the room?
Oh good, I thought you were gonna say we had to camp again tonight.
But it was a,
Niall already knows that he's going to be paying for the room.
Alright.
Okay.
Amon will go make arrangements with Smiley for
Yeah.
a single room.
Kuno will also follow.
Between the three of you, you guys
Don't
get a
forget
room
to ask
each.
if they have one at the end of the hallway.
Does
Yeah.
Smiley never smile?
Oh, he's always smiling. Almost.
Oh,
It's it's a little weird. It's like
no.
it's like poster child for like a retail photo. It's just like
It's like a
always
knowing-
smiling
is-
even through the
is it-
pain.
Is it like a knowing smile? Like he's just like he knows something that you don't?
No, he's just like genuinely a very charismatic dude. Like the 2 times that you've interacted with him, when he came over for drinks once and when he said bye to you guys, like he's just genuinely a nice dude.
I like him.
You don't even know his name. He's just smiling to you.
He's just smiling.
He's
All right,
just
you
smiling.
guys get your
Smiley.
3 rooms. You head upstairs. Just due to what is available, one of the rooms is slightly larger than the rest, so you guys can kind
Dibs.
of, you guys decide who gets what. But I imagine you go to the same room at the start just to kind of talk about what your plan is before heading
Rock,
out.
paper,
to bed.
scissors, lizard, Spock.
So you guys are in this. It's a little bit tight with the 6 of you, but you guys can fit in just to get some peace and quiet.
Did they have one at the end of the hall or no?
The end of the hallway upstairs is a lavatory, so there's no room at the end of the hall.
You can sleep there.
You can sleep there. Sleep easy.
No, do they have, I guess, not like at the end of the hall exactly, but like either on either side of the end of the hall either?
The other side is a larger room. You have to pay for the larger room. There's one large room and 4 double rooms.
Moss will just kind of straighten his jacket and toss the thought from his mind.
Can't win them all.
You guys are now left alone in the room. Kuno, you still feel that inkling of someone watching you. Something.
Can I make another perception check?
Now that you're in the room, absolutely.
It's a 6 to.
Can
Just a
I
weird gut feeling.
can I see Kuno kind of acting weird, trying to get a feel of why he's like looking around the room?
Give me an insight check. Kuno, just roll a d20.
15.
I wish that was your perception check.
8.
Nah, he's not even really looking around. He's very almost careful.
Mon will narrow his eyes and kind of lean against the wall near the window.
Do I catch Amon
There's
looking at
one.
me?
Did you wave at him?
Because his insight was so poor,
Like he
yeah,
gave
he's
you a wink.
not hiding it very well. He's kind of tilts his head a little bit and cocks an eye as he walks into the room behind you guys.
Did you want to say something?
No, just wanted to get to bed.
Sleep well, Amon.
I
we
too, oh yeah, I mean, we're
Yeah. that
talking
was
over the
discussing.
plan first. Right?
You 3 of them walked away and booked rooms. I think the plan.
Hey,
No,
No, this is later when we went up.
yeah, you guys
yeah,
got
we
your
got
rooms. You guys are now all
converged into a
gathered
room.
Oh,
in
you
your
2 are
rooms, yeah.
talking about your own plan.
No, we're in the hallway with everyone.
Yeah, we're in a room in this tiny
Outside of-
cramped
You're
room.
just
Tiny
chilling.
little room.
You're just chilling.
We're just vibing.
Guys, I
Sleepover?
put the blanket up under pillows so we have a fort.
Wonderful.
Kuno! Oh my gosh, Kuno! Yes! I'll go get my...
Wait, I have my tent. I could just set up my tent in here.
You could have just set up the tent and you took all the blankets.
Because we need to make a mansion.
Kuno, if you don't mind my asking, how old are you?
We need to go to bed.
21.
Alright.
Maybe we should just talk about this in the morning then.
It might be best because I think some of us are falling
Maybe.
asleep.
Maybe group up with the person.
We are the persons.
No, I mean I think he means group up with our assigned partners in the
Yeah, I was going to say that, and I got a little like I was gonna say something else.
So
So Moss.
It's a little spacey
In the morning then.
in the morning.
in the morning. Also, all right. Is this the biggest room?
The dawn.
They're all the same size. The
You
big
said-
room
you
is
said-
this guy down here. But you don't.
Okay, well, we didn't buy that one. I did.
Oh, you paid extra for that one?
I told Kuna to pay whatever it is.
Okay.
Kuna would know. Didn't assume that we're gonna get the biggest
So
room.
you guys get the big boy room.
Oh look, we get to share a bed.
Hey, yeah.
Oh gosh.
I don't.
Okay.
Yeah.
As you
How much did that
all,
cost me?
so the single room. So for Aqua, Nile, Amon, and Moss, your guys' room is 3 silver each a night. For the King's Suite, it is
go.
9 silver per night.
Holy
That's not
shit.
How much?
Wait, how much is it?
Wait, okay, out of
Do you
character.
need
How much
money?
gold? How much?
It's
gold
okay, I
do you
paid
have?
for it.
Oh,
I have 80. I have 85 gold and 1 silver.
What?
Okay.
Odd.
God damn.
So
Okay.
My 2 gold.
I only have 25, so if you run out, I mean, I doubt you'll run out, but it's like 1 gold per night, basically.
as we head to bed for the night, I would like everybody but Kuno to make a sanity check, please.
I guess my aqua does.
Big, giant dice.
What's that's not bad.
Me?
Bonuses are the same as like ability scores, right?
Correct.
Wait, yeah. Where do we check our sanity?
If you
Uh,
open
It's
up
in
your
your
character
character
sheet
sheet.
on Foundry, you'll see it. You have a +2.
I have an 8
cool.
total.
I have a
18
+2. I got a dirty 20.
Okay.
I got an 18 minus 1, so 17.
I have a 4.
Niall, how about you?
This dice I can.
I got a
probably-
5.
Okay.
I need to.
So, who didn't get above a 12? Raise your hand.
Just me.
Okay. 3.
3 of you.
Okay.
Oh.
You guys wake in the morning. Kuno. Soren. As you open your eyes in the early morning, even though you went to bed past midnight, you guys have been traveling and thus have been getting more used to short sleep cycles to be on the road as long as possible. You open your eyes to a bright red sky as a black sun begins to raise over the city of Salt Creek. The rest of you feel a little bit sluggish. And for the 3 of you that failed your sanity check, you wake up with 1 point of exhaustion.
Oh.
As you spent your night tossing and turning, unable to find a comfortable place to rest.
Should we roll Fate Plague?
And then roll your Fey Plague, yeah, for the 3 of you. See what
Wait,
you get.
Amon wakes up at the foot of the bed and kind of like snaps awake.
I'm still sitting wherever I would have sat myself for the night, watching them on.
Well, you get the bed because you're the one who has to like be awake the whole time. So Amon is
Yeah. No,
leaning
he's
against
he's sitting
against the
cross-legged in the bed, and he looks up at
Yeah.
you.
And then Amon like sits up and like
Oh, you're finally awake.
I forget. Tyler, does anything happen during the moon or the sun with our
Things are
plague?
kind of.
No, your plague table
weird.
is remained the same.
Yeah.
Although you do feel a little bit more rejuvenated, so depending on what your effect is, it may not be as potent.
I opted to stay in the room rather than go and see if anyone was downstairs yet.
If he wants a, do you want
I
to
hope
take like a battle?
I'd hope you stay in the room most of the time. It's a lot easier for me.
Yes, that too.
Do you want to take a battle today, Buddha?
How many do you have left?
I have.
Let me just look at D&D Beyond
just
here real
say.
quick.
I have
You mean
11.
Foundry.
I have 11.
11.
Okay, I have 10.
Maybe not. Maybe.
Perhaps
You know
save
what?
it. I'm sure I won't roll terrible.
I mean, if you roll, if your goal is
you
rolling
guys,
low,
you
you're-
can
you're
choose
pretty
to
good.
take it after you roll your dice, by the way.
Oh, okay.
Because
Yeah,
you can
I'll do
start
that.
feeling in the morning and be like, I can't handle this shit today.
Well, I got a 6, so I'm
Nick just froze. in
I'm
the
gonna
most,
take it.
like-
I'm gonna take it because I know I need
Ominous
to.
looking.
I know what I need to do today.
There you go.
So you're taking the
So-
potion so you don't have coughing all day. Okay.
Yeah,
I
so
don't
I'm gonna also take a potion because I did roll a 10.
Oh no.
And I don't want the metal plague today.
The metal plague?
You don't want to take
The
off all
metal.
your armor today?
I don't wanna be allergic to
Is it
metal.
only?
for the rest
Isn't
of
it
the day.
only? It's only like iron, right?
Armor counts. So contact with iron or other strong metals, i.e. wearing armor, would be a -4 to his constitution today.
Yeah, it's any armor.
Okay, so I will just take
What do you mean? There's
the
nothing wrong with that.
what do I get? Oh, I'm racked with night terrors.
Chilling.
And my
just chilling.
sanity score is reduced by 4.
Oh no.
For the day or just general?
Probably for the day.
Oh no. Okay. All right. All right.
Get a little quirky.
Amon is putting on his long coat. He's
Uh, Sorry,
shaking his hat
Soren,
off.
did you re-roll after taking the potion to see what effect you get instead?
I thought it just. I thought you just minus it by 2.
Oh, yes, yeah, so yours would drop to a 4.
So
yeah,
mine
you're
would. Yeah, and 4 as known.
good. Perfect.
right.
Okay. So, you guys awake in the blood-red morning of
Is there
the black
a
sun.
window to our room?
Yes, all 3 of them have windows on the.
Amon, you should take a look
Yeah,
outside.
Amon is like shaking his hat off and like putting it on. It's like I fucking feel like shit. And we'll walk over to the window and kind of look up into the sky, and you see him kind of like freeze for a second, and like he stops breathing, and then he like sucks in air and then takes a step back and just goes, "We should get the others. It's time to set this plan in motion."
Yeah.
Okay. For the
And-
sake of brevity, I'm gonna move you guys here so you guys are all on the same moon, and this isn't on stream because this is just for your guys' benefit. You guys meet. You guys can have some breakfast if you want, but if you want to talk alone, the upstairs hallway is pretty closed off at the moment.
Like the scarves on the chairs.
Kuno's gonna go up to Soren and
Yeah, I was gonna go to Kuna and be like, just noticeably like, having seen the Fey Plague for 29 years, I think I would know when someone was like going through it a little bit.
Yeah, you definitely got used to that look.
Yeah, so or Kuna probably looks like he's got like he didn't sleep well despite sleeping well.
The 4 of you also notice that the brothers, they have a red glint in their eye.
I mean, Soren's eyes are already red, so like
True.
his eyes are just glowing.
Now they're just a little glowy.
I didn't know you could do that, Soren.
Ooh.
Your
I mean,
eyes are glowing.
They're so pretty and they're glowing more than normal. I mean, they were glowing before, but this is different.
it just happens.
What do you
I
mean?
see. I'm assuming it
my
has
eyes
to do
glow?
with the sky.
What'd you say, Aqua? Sorry.
Can my eyes glow?
I mean, I don't know.
Can they?
I don't know you.
Look into my eyes. Can they glow?
Look into my eyes.
I'm looking in your eyes right now, and they aren't glowing. I mean,
Oh.
they are like nice, but they aren't like
Aw.
flashlights
Kuno like
or lights.
taps your shin.
Stop flirting. We got work to do.
We all know the game plan today.
Yes.
No.
Aqua, just do what you think is best.
I can.
Well, you're with
Murder.
Tuna.
No, no, talking.
Talking.
No.
How about you take
Talking.
a back seat, and you're saying Aqua, and let the other person take the lead.
Yes.
So I learned that's a move in a certain
It's a move in a circle.
activity.
Oh, what?
What?
Aqua, follow Kuno's lead.
Yes, do that.
Okay.
Oh,
Oh my
see,
goodness.
I've read this book.
Oh
My mom
God,
gave
I
me
realized
this book.
you too.
My mom gave me this book like a while ago.
Oh,
She
no.
didn't have that much hope for me. Anyway, so she wanted me to like have some entertainment. So when you said assert that word, I got a little confused. But yes, I will follow Kuno's lead.
No.
No, you know what you're doing.
Your best behavior.
Okay, so who is going where? What's the plan?
Moss and I are going to maybe try to either get a meeting with Leon or the Pope. Our Pope.
The Pope.
The Pope.
His name is just Pope Clements. That's his name.
The Pope. I'm just gonna. I'm
The Pope
Clemens.
likes the island.
Yeah, the island. Okay.
And
We're looking for Leon, right?
Yeah, trying to.
we are
trying
looking
to
for
make a
Leon, but I
deal
want to
with-
also want to get with like because Leon's not the head of the family. I want to make a secure deal with the head of the family.
I'm
Like,
glad
using-
we have the same idea.
Yeah.
Amon and I are going to talk to Oswald, or try to
Yeah.
anyway.
Great
We're gonna
minds
try and-
think
we're gonna
alike.
try
Let's
and
go
get
find.
Oswald to lead us to the mine.
Mm-hmm.
And then
Okay.
Kuno and Aqua are trying to go to Amira to see if they can
Ew,
get anything
talk
out
to
of
her.
No, to talk with words.
But
You're
that's the
following.
same.
You're following.
Okay, so what's his-
Kuno's
Follow
lead.
What is
Kuno's
your
lead.
okay? What is your symbol for killing someone?
And I use I throw up the bouquet of flowers in my hands, and they're all roses, cut like really deep red, going like.
So you're gonna do that before you kill someone? Every single
Yeah.
time.
Every single time for the
It's
next
pretty
4
consistent,
years.
For the next.
Better not
We'll
forget
look
it,
over to
Bubbly.
It's
Mal.
called distraction.
One will look over
Okay,
to Mal
Kuno.
and just go.
Don't kill anyone.
Okay.
Have I
I
ever?
have the flowers now.
Aqua,
Oh,
Amon?
don't kill anyone.
Amon, don't
Okay.
kill anyone.
No
Since Niall
promises.
said so.
Good, listen to... I'm not going to pretend to be a big brother, never mind.
Okay, so Aqua and Kuno, you guys head off to find Almira. She's downstairs. She's working bright and early. She's
Kuno,
serving
doing
a
so well so
couple
far.
Oh damn it!
tables.
She clopened?
Yeah, she did clopen.
I just like the idea that we just still went outside. Just like thought we would catch her on our way to work. We waited outside for like 2 hours.
Wait,
and
wait,
didn't
wait.
come
She
into work
comes out
today.
for a smoke break. You're like, oh wait, shit, she's been here the whole time.
We-
No, so you guys go and you find her.
Wait, we got a plan first.
What's
don't
the
know what we're
plan?
doing.
She's serving customers.
we see her like I feel like we're upstairs, like we're just looking through the little railing that's upstairs. And we're like, so what's the plan, Kuno? Because apparently I'm supposed to follow you.
Kuno's like sitting there like scratching his chin. Hmm.
You-
Well, she
greatest
doesn't
hero.
know our names yet. And
Let's
it would be
introduce ourselves.
well, it would be strange to just ask about Leon, no?
Well, why would it be? After all, we could say we saw a handsome man, but whisper in your ear what you guys do.
Perhaps.
Oh no.
But then how will that get us to speak with Leon?
Wait, that's the goal? I thought the
Duh.
goal was just to talk to her.
No.
Oh. Well, should I make some flowers? Well, I don't know. I'm normally good with just
Flowers.
making friends.
Aqua, you're a genius.
What kind of flowers do you need?
Sacre
No.
bleu,
Red
you're a
roses?
genius.
This is what we will do.
Okay.
We will forge a letter from Leon to her saying we will run away with the flowers as a persuasive. And then when he gets there, we confront him.
Oh my gosh! What a
Wait, hold on. You're just
plan!
cutting out Amira's involvement completely here. We'll just pretend to be Amira.
We'll come up from behind the corner. Well.
Well, Amira. Look what
Well.
look
Fallen
what's
right.
dragged in.
While you guys are like in the corner near the bottom of the stairs discussing this, Amira eventually does spot you and be like, Oh, good morning, guys. You did spend the night. Well, breakfast is just about over at this point, but I could whip you something up. Is the rest of your gang with you today?
Well, they are taking care of other things in Salt Creek today, but it is just me and Aqua today. But I am interested in breakfast.
Right.
You
Yeah.
didn't hear that. You didn't hear what she said.
Take a seat anywhere, I suppose. We'll get you guys situated right away. Any plans for Salt Creek? Like, you guys are new to town. What brings you to Salt Creek? I don't think I asked yesterday.
Well, Aqua, you were just telling me about why you came to Salt Creek, no?
Yes, I was. This is the plan, right?
Kuno just doesn't say anything.
The plan?
Okay.
What are you guys up to?
Well, you see.
Oh no.
Don't make me laugh. I can't stop giggling.
What happened to Aqua taking Kuno's lead?
Well, that's why I'm confused.
She was asked a question. She must answer.
Well, our plan is we're going to have breakfast first. And so that's why I'm kind of confused why we're talking. And then after that, we're going to go shopping, but we don't know where to go. So we were kind of hoping maybe you can help us with that. And then after that, what was the plan after that?
Oh, well, do they sell flowers here in Salt Creek?
There's not much of a market for flowers in the Barrens, both because of the gruff people who live here, and she gestures out a window where it's just like Grand Canyon-esque, but there's no greenery whatsoever. The climate.
I put little daisies in my hands. I was like, look, flowers.
Oh wait, ain't that
See, I can do
beautiful?
it.
You guys were going
Just as pretty as
shopping. This town is kind of turned into a mining town in its day, but there is Salt Creek Supply Co. just across the way from there. Ida would be happy to help you guys over there. If you need like weapons and things like that, there's the Flux Forge. Grover will take good care of you down there. And if you're looking for a nice night out, there's a Simmer Down supper. Well, besides that, there's just a lot of miners here. That's really what we're known for nowadays.
Well, could you guide us for all of that?
I really could not. I work here. I got stuff to do during the day.
Yes, that is too much to ask of her, Aqua. She's clearly very busy with her job. And doing quite well at it, I must
That
add.
equal the same amount as her job.
We don't have these kinds of funds.
Oh, you're right. Sorry.
You are a special one, Aqua. I really do appreciate you. Now let me get you some breakfast. And she plucks one of the daisies out of your hand. This is just beautiful. She tucks it into her hair and heads back to Smiley to gather some breakfast for you guys.
Meow. As she's like gone, I'm like, okay, Kuno, I'm sweating, I'm panicking, and as we're talking, I'm going to make a daisy crown.
Okay, you work on that. I will, and Kuno's, I don't have parchment on me, do I? I don't even know what Leon's handwriting looks like. This plan is falling through very quickly. Perhaps we need...
I thought you were the leader.
I mostly do what my brother says, same as you with Niall.
Oh, fuck, why'd they separate us?
Perhaps this is a test. Perhaps Niall and Soren had a talk and said they must test us, so we have to prove ourselves.
Oh my gosh, you're so right. Okay. How do we prove ourselves? I've never done this before.
Well, my father always said the best way to prove yourself is just to be successful at your task and have no mistakes whatsoever. So,
okay, that sounds
so
wise.
we just can't have any mistakes, and we will be fine, right?
That sounds right to me.
Okay, we need to focus. No mistakes.
No retreat, no surrender.
Sure.
No survivors.
No survivors.
That's what Dad always said.
That's what Dad always said.
He also said no mercy, but but perhaps we take it one step at a time. Get breakfast.
Okay.
Then we need to follow through with shopping because now she thinks we are going shopping.
We just have to step outside and come back in.
We have to come back with something, no?
Let's bring a rock and tell her it's a gem, but it's actually not a gem because I don't know what that looks like.
Why did I
Let's
put these two characters together?
Let's just start with breakfast.
Let's just start with breakfast. Amira brings you guys 2 plates of food. So shopping, you really traveled all this way to go to Ada's store. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love Ada, but it's just like a goods and services store. There's not really anything special there. She's got a bit of cool stuff, but most people don't visit, is what I'm trying to say. Excuse my curiosity.
Why not?
Basically,
It's such a deserted place. I love it.
Do you?
Yeah, it's so different and dusty and makes you feel like a cowboy.
Right. Yeah, sure.
I'll start with breakfast, and then Kuno just kind of like takes the plate from her and.
Okay, you guys start eating.
Oh wait,
Yes.
I have a daisy crown for you.
Oh, gosh, that's beautiful. How'd you do that?
Well, you see, long ago, I have this like weird feeling. You know what? It's too long of a story. I could just make nature happen.
Right. She takes it and like very slowly puts it on her head.
Now,
I really must get back to work.
Oh, okay.
You two holler if you need anything. Yeah. Yes?
Do you have any kind of seasoning for the breakfast?
No, we don't.
Oh, poopy.
Sorry.
Okay.
Niall would.
As we leave these two munchkins, a lot being accomplished.
You don't leave it with me.
Breakfast.
Moss and
Know what to
Soren,
do with that Soren.
what were you two up to?
All right, Soren was going to like take Maz aside and just do you think they saw you yesterday?
You mean
Last night.
yesterday? Oh, no, I don't think so. I turned invisible.
I didn't see that, but I did see you turn into someone completely different. So
I did that
I saw you
after I
come-
turned invisible.
okay. So trying to think. This place is so like withholding. I feel like if we were to like even like it would take like weeks for us to get a meeting or something like that. I'm trying to think of a way we could just like.
They
hold
don't
stuff.
exactly seem to be quite fond of, people that aren't humans.
Yeah, I noticed that as soon as they started like, I mean, honestly, every place in this area has been like this, so it's kind of like,
Really?
Yeah, I like, it's coming up from the south, it's been roughly like that. As soon as you got basically.
Sounds like the south isn't a place we want to go.
I mean, more like southern Baron area.
Oh.
Like once you enter the Barrens, it's like, oh, as soon as people start like saying like, oh, Southern comfort, and then or Southern hospitality, and then they start like looking at you kind of funny, that's when you know you're in the wrong place.
Right. That checks out, actually. I thought, I had a very strange experience. That makes so much more sense. They were not being nice to me at all.
They are nice if you are human.
Right, so then maybe I should disguise myself as a human when we go to...
Yeah, I think no matter how elaborate or smart our plan is, I think they will not listen to the two of us.
Right. Well, the closer we get, I can turn into a different individual.
Yeah, maybe we can like look at someone who's like more try to make yourself look. I mean, you look regal enough, but it's more like presenting regal, and that way maybe you like we can think to try to trick them into thinking we have a deal for them, and in reality we are just
Yeah.
hopefully get money from them.
Well, I mean, if I'm being completely honest, the most powerful piece of information we have in our hands right now is the political blackmail that they've left a bunch of working class individuals trapped in a mine.
I feel like as soon as we tell them that, we won't leave the room.
You know, that's also fair. These people are much more violent than back home.
About the same. Anyway, so how do you propose we handle this?
Well, best we make our way up the ladder. Start with Leon, perhaps.
Where?
If we catch him...
Okay, so I want to know where we can find him, because honestly, outside of the elephant, I haven't a clue.
Neither do I. I mean, we could kind of... Let's just start with, like, a stroll around town.
Yeah.
And take in the sights.
Just take in the scenery.
Gives you a wink.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. Dirt.
More orange dirt.
More dirt.
All right, you guys head out, trying to look as inconspicuous as possible.
Kind of like going through, stopping in like stores and stuff like that, seeing like, just like kind of perusing and seeing like not every store obviously, but
enough to throw off any suspicion.
Like, oh, they're just two guys walking around, like, running errands. And I'll even, like, buy something to throw in, like, to make it look like we're carrying stuff around, like we're just running errands.
Okay. You guys kind of make your rounds again, going through anything that looks to be like a shop, like somewhere to actually go, not just someone's house. The first place you stop in is the Salt Creek Supply Co. just across the street, a smaller building.
What does it look like it would sell?
It looks like a general store. Like they have like hunting gear and equipment.
Do they sell apples?
Not a whole lot of apples to be found, unfortunately. You enter, there's a woman behind a little shop desk. Middle-aged woman, maybe, late 30s, early 40s. Her brown hair is kind of graying near the roots. She looks very much no nonsense. She's kind of got that like strict look on her face, like, good, a customer. Let's transact and get you out of here. She doesn't greet you. She kind of looks up over her glasses. No touching.
No touching at all.
Just no touch. See something you lack, let me know.
Wait. Oh, so you're going to, like, is it all the stuff behind the counter, basically?
No, there's stuff everywhere. It's like garage style tables full of gear.
Is there anybody else here touching stuff?
No, you do see over her shoulder, the room behind her, there is a safe that looks like it has been forced open. And there's a man back there kind of like cleaning it up and stuff.
I just kind of blink, look at Soren, and then blink, looking back up.
Yeah, like Soren looks back and was like, also, is there anything like, is it very disorganized in here?
Taking a look around, it's not disorganized. You see like groups of like kits and survivalist gear, miners equipment. There's lots of miners equipment in this town. Stuff like that, but good. Nothing is priced. It's just placed on tables.
There's mining equipment, Soren.
We might need some of that.
And I'll look over to the woman. You wouldn't happen to know where we might find a representative of the Centurion Mining Company, would you?
You're looking to talk to a claimant. You looking for a job or is more of an inquiry?
Yeah, kind of both. Job inquiry.
We might have something say might be interested in. Just
But
Right,
also,
right.
Employment kind of requires us to have tools. So,
Yeah,
in case
you
they
definitely
don't
look
wanna-
like a couple of future miners. I could tell.
Oh no, I definitely
I
don't.
don't
mean,
exactly know the best way to get to claimants, but you're welcome to knock on their gate.
I would say known to be like hospitable to people who are like guests.
people who are a little more eccentric, I guess.
I just
And I kind of pick up a pickaxe and I start pretending, like looking at it, like. Yeah.
One of you make a persuasion check.
Ooh,
I think you should do that.
I'll do it.
Yeah, I think you should do that.
I'm
I'm okay.
my +7.
If you need someone alive, I'm your guy.
All right, that is 19.
19. Listen, I'm not one to gossip, so I'll keep it brief. You look like you're two bunch of knuckleheads about to get themselves in trouble or worse, put down.
Oh.
The Clemens
that
family
would be
runs
that's
the
fine.
town. I do not
Right, we
suggest you step into their territory if you're not prepared to either best them or earn their favor.
So you're saying that friendly conversations are not their forte?
No, not so much. I mean, Edda's all right. The wife's all right. She doesn't come out of the mansion very often anymore. Not since her youngest was born. But let's just put it this way: if you aren't already employed by them, they don't want you. If they need you, they will acquire you.
That sounds rather ominous.
If we
So how do you wait, there's no application, a place where you can sign up and say, consider me for the job?
Well, again, I don't know if I'm the first to tell you such, but there aren't a whole lot of travelers to Salt Creek. So
Sort of noticed.
most people don't immigrate in. People are born here, they are raised here, and if they're fit and ready, they will join the mines. And if they're not, they will join one of the stores. Or if they're
I
lucky
see.
enough, they will be given the opportunity to leave.
Right. That close-knit community. Understandable.
Hey, we're all survivors, aren't we?
Absolutely.
yeah.
I'll set the pickaxe back down, and I'll kind of dust myself off a little bit. Well, we'll continue perusing for a little bit, but definitely appreciate your help. We'll make sure we don't knock on the wrong door, I guess. And I give Soren a fake oh no, look. Our plans have just been ruined.
You guys continue your perusing, eventually leaving the store.
Honestly, I was looking to buy a pickaxe, but I'm just kidding. I don't want to. I also realize I don't want to carry around a pickaxe.
Yeah. Amon and Niall, what are you two up to?
Amon has first thing in the morning after we all split up, kind of walked outside of the tavern, and looked over to Niall and was just like, you know where this Oswald character lives, or do you know the
Yeah, he told
direction?
me.
Want to lead the way?
Why not?
Before we get there, question. You seem like the type that's okay with threats of violence. Are you?
I lived on a war ground, so that was pretty much normal.
Makes this easier.
Just so you know, you don't really need to threaten him that much. You can just
Just in case.
kind of a pushover.
You guys head to Oswald's very small abode. but it's his own. As you heard many times, Niall traveling with him, he is just so glad to be out of his mother's house. Even if he's living in basically a shed behind his mother's house. You guys reach Oswald's abode, and the first thing you notice, never mind. Not with those passive perceptions. Never mind. You guys walk up to his front door.
A couple times.
The door swings open.
Oh, Oswald.
No answer.
I'll push in.
Oh, good. Somebody's still pouring drinks.
Oh yeah, hell yeah. Thank you. We'll go to.
What happened?
Just change the music. You look around in the dark interior, the black sun giving a faint reddish light into the chamber. Oswald is in his bed, facing away from you.
Oswald?
Go over and I'll look back to Niall, and I look like I'm about to say something to you, but then I kind of look you up and down and remember what you told me, and just grab the covers that he has and like him and pull him to where he's facing us and throw the covers off of him.
Okay, you turn to pull him, and you hear the screams, but it is cut short by the rope in his mouth.
Oswald? And I was gonna go over and start to untie him.
Okay, you cut the rope so he could breathe. Oh Jesus! Please don't kill me! Please don't kill me!
I'm not gonna. It's me. It's Niall.
Niall, what'd you do that for?
What do you mean?
Wait, what? Was it you?
Was who? What
I got back from last night. Someone was here for me. They knocked me out. I woke up and my hands were bound. Please, by the way, can you please untie my hands?
Starts to do those.
You saw the reason why he didn't respond to you is there is a rope around his head with a pillow holding, like, so his ears are blocked by the pillow, like around his forehead, and then a rope down that was covering his mouth. So you've cut that. He still can't really hear you too well, but you kind of pull it off.
I'll take off everything, make sure you can be a human again.
God. You promised that wasn't you.
It was not me. I was asleep.
Okay. Must have been. No, couldn't be.
Can I poke my head out of the door really quickly to see if there's anybody around?
Make a perception check.
Other big dice. I think it's a 12. Yeah, 12.
Okay. Nothing super noticeable. Looks pretty chill.
Are there any windows that have like curtains?
No, this shed has no windows.
Okay. I'm just gonna close the door then.
Okay, you close the door. The room itself is pretty messed up. Looks like it's been turned over. You see some rips in the sheets that were used to kind of trap our dear friend Oswald. The room was tossed over. His small little armoire is completely ripped out. Clothing everywhere.
Someone wants you dead, Oswald?
Who were you talking about?
Dead, I'm not too sure. I feel like I would be if they wanted me that. So, I'm assuming someone heard us last night.
Not impossible.
My guess is, the only one who ever causes trouble, or at least leads the trouble, is Horace. He's the eldest, Clement's son, but no one's seen him. He's been part of the cover-up. I believe he's still at the mines. He might have sent someone, but listen, I think I ought to stick with you guys. I don't think it's safe for me anymore. Ah, shit. I gotta check on Ma. And he begins to stand up and run out towards the house.
I'm gonna stop him, and I'm gonna check his pockets.
You're gonna rinse him down? Okay.
I'm gonna frisk him.
Make an investigation check.
It's very inappropriate, Amon.
Is he in his PJs?
Yeah, he's not even wearing a shirt. He's literally.
I thought he was wearing the clothes that he said he got home and then he got knocked out. So I thought he was wearing the clothes that he was wearing last night.
No, he was like half undressed, so he's wearing like his slacks, but his shirt is removed. Yeah.
Okay, I'll check his slacks and then I'll check like if I see the other clothes he was wearing last night. I'm just gonna run through the pockets real quick.
What was your roll?
I didn't roll. Investigation, you said? Yeah. Ooh, that's pretty good. 22?
You find
22.
His pockets, both on him and on the floor, are completely empty.
Yet.
What the hell are you doing?
They took the fucking map.
Did they take the map, Oswald?
I was out cold. He looks through his stuff, looks through his armor, everything. Ah, shit. Yeah, it looks like it's gone. I don't see it here. Please, sir, I know you're like all evil and brooding and that's kind of your nature, but I really got to check to make sure my mom's all right.
Get the fuck out of here.
Go ahead.
Oh.
Yeah, he runs inside while you guys have a moment to yourselves. Comes
You really
back.
could use a little bit of bedside manner.
Is there like a chair or anything in the room?
No, there's barely enough room for a single bed. It's literally a garden shed with a bed in it. It is very small.
Amon like just walks over and like as the door kind of swings back closed, after he left, Amon just fucking like kicks the door. God fucking damn it.
Calm down.
One way out of this shithole. It's fucking gone.
Oswald eventually comes back. Oh, she's all right. She must be with Aunt Sue. But listen, can I stick with you guys? I don't really feel like being found dead in the middle of the night. If that's cool.
That's fine. At least until this is all over. I'll make sure
what's the plan? Where are we going, guys?
Well, we're trying to come to you to figure out where the mine was, and then we found you.
You want to go to the mine? Oh, God damn it! I should have left when you guys saved me. I should not have come back. The mine is just west of the city. It's maybe 4 hours travel. It's not that far.
You don't have to come with us. You can go stay at the tavern if you want.
Who am I gonna stay with? You're gonna come back and I'm gonna be hanging from the fucking ceiling like a marionette.
All right, fine. You can come with us. I'm just trying to offer you solutions.
I respect that. Thank you. Where are your friends?
Now we're all split up trying to find out more information.
Right.
Can I stay with you?
Well,
all I heard was Shrek.
We'll head back to the tavern, I guess. Or do you guys have a new hideout? Did we change locations?
No, still the tavern.
Right. Okay.
It's been a night.
I'm gonna get a disguise. One second. And he goes back into his mother's house.
So much to work with.
Yeah.
Oh, he goes back into his mom's house.
He does pretty good. Yeah, that's a good scene. He comes out in a very nice peach-colored dress with a matching hat on to hide his face. And he's got his mother's white gloves on.
Well,
all right.
Damn, he is hot to try.
Let's head on over to the saloon, ladies.
You're doing fantastic, Oswald.
My name is Osteria. Olivia, I like that. That's easy to say.
Olivia, all right, cool.
Right, okay, thank you.
Amon takes one look at this and hears him trying to talk and immediately turns heel and just walks away.
Hey, there you go, mister.
He's a sourpuss.
Lady can't walk in heels. And he's wearing heels. And he's trying
Niall just like offers his hand,
bad.
Like, sure, I'll help you out.
It's so bad.
Oh, gosh.
Moss and Soren, give me just a straight investigation check.
Yeah. Wait, where's my dice at? Shit. Let me turn my light back on because I was like, literally just turned it off. I was like, oh, he's not gonna ask me to roll dice in a little bit. Ooh, 21.
21.
Hey,
Moss, what'd you get?
Oh, sorry. I was fixing my chair.
Investigation.
That is a natural 19 plus 2, so 21.
Let's go!
Let's go. Okay. You guys, over the course of the first half of the day, roughly until the black sun is directly above head, you both you have good success. You have both decent charisma. You're good at talking. You're good at being honest while hiding the truth and whatnot. You discover that Ida's safe was broken into by somebody, and she is offering a reward for the contents to be returned. And looking at the Simmer Down Supper, which is a restaurant only open late at night, so it's not currently open, but you're granted entry in order to talk with the owner, a quiet woman named Esther. Again, in her late 40s, early 50s, hair mostly gray, wrinkled eyes, and she basically tells you that if you want to get to Pope, you got to go through Horus. But if you want to gain entry, the weak point is either Leon or Sylvia, the youngest daughter.
That's what I thought.
And that's all you really find out. You guys meet up back at the tavern.
Do we?
Go ahead.
Can we inquire about the locations of any of that, like where they normally hang out?
So they all live in the mansion that you guys saw, and
Yes.
mostly
And we're
keep to themselves. But Leon frequents the saloon.
Mm-hmm.
She does mention that although they're trying to hide it, he is clearly in a relationship with Amira. Horace has not been seen in weeks, likely because he's out in the mines. And Sylvia is off at school right now, which there is no school in Salt Creek, so she is likely not in the city.
So, Soren, how much you want to guess that some of these Clemens might also have something to do with the safe, being that they're the biggest group of thugs around here?
It could be highly likely that could be it, but I don't know what. If they are so powerful and rich, why is they robbing their own people?
That is a fair point.
I mean,
maybe we should ask. Wait, maybe we should ask what exactly was in the safe.
Did she? If we inquired, like, kind of general idea.
She told you there was some money and stuff like that, but her main point of recovery that she wanted was a purple painted wooden chest. Only a little bit larger than her head, not too big. That was the main thing that was stolen.
Was there anything important inside of it?
Let's just say it is very urgently required back in my shop.
Like a family heirloom or something?
Something like that, yeah.
Would something go terribly wrong if it were to stay missing?
Oh, I'd be very upset, but it isn't like a artifact or anything like that, but it is relevant.
Well, we will certainly keep an eye out for the contents of your vault, the purple chest.
If we find anything, if we find it, we'll let you know.
Thank you. Much appreciated. Okay. As our...
I just feel like me and Maz are like two detectives now.
Yeah, we're detectives.
We have like all the categories of people separated into groups. We have the emos, we have the goofs.
Breakfast.
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 You guys are not
as
even doing what
our party heads back to the tavern, back to the saloon. Oswald once again in tow as Olivia. That is where we'll call tonight's session.
Woo!
Amazing. We did it. I know it's only session 1, but it's done.
We did it.
I'll keep this brief just because we promised ourselves a hard cutoff of 10:30 or 12:30 Eastern. Thank you everybody for tuning in. We still got 21 people watching. I really appreciate it. I think we hit a high of almost 60, which is fantastic. Love it. Could not have done it without you guys. Thank you, players, for showing up, for having fun. for getting into character really quick and being your character throughout. We'll see you guys next week. And as a reminder, we'll post it on Twitter and whatnot. Next week, we will be starting an hour earlier, so at 8 Eastern instead of 9. Due to be, just having a little bit more time on our hands next week. Some plans change, so we'll be here an hour earlier, which means that we can run an hour longer. So stay tuned for that. That'll be super exciting. Another reminder, the first half, so before the break, are going to go live in 2 days. So on Wednesday afternoon, Thursday afternoon for part 2, and Friday afternoon for the video on YouTube. But if you are subscribed, if you want to rewatch it now or skip through it, the VOD will go live right after we end stream tonight. So players, big thank you to all of you. Thank our lovely viewers.
Yay!
You guys are awesome.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
It was great seeing y'all.
Thank you so much, everyone.
Okay. As we end the first adventure, the first day of a new chapter of Elena, I find myself sitting back in my chair, looking out over the astral sea behind me, wondering when and if they will join me. I'm not hopeful. Too much has changed in this world. I will keep writing what they do. I have not decided if it is I who am writing for them, or am I dictating. I am a storyteller, but I do not know what words I write until they happen. This book may just be beginning, but between you and I see great things. Hopefully they find Pope, track down what is going wrong in this town. And what was that shadow following Kuno? See you next week.